Charlie, the importance of the game has been talked about, the matchups, the weather, it's all been talked about. But I believe the momentum of the game and the way the game is going to go depends on who scores first. The reason I say that is because both teams possess great defensive teams. The Jets are number 1, and Buffalo is number 3. So for the Buffalo Bills, they don't want to get in a position where that sack exchange can go after it. So what it amounts to, the team that scores first is the team I think is going to win.
Sports presents the best of the National Football League, the American Football Conference Wildcard Playoff game. Today from Shea Stadium, it's the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. Today's game is brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Mazda Cars and Trucks. The more you look, the more you like their outstanding value. By America's full-service bankers, ready to serve you where you see this symbol. And by RCA. From their 9-inch color tracks to their giant projection TV, RCA will open your eyes. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Charlie Jones along with Lynn Dawson. The wild card game, Shea Stadium. The New York Jets have won the toss. They'll be receiving. And that means that Nick Mickemeyer will be kicking off for the Buffalo Bills either to number 87, Kurt Sohn, or number 42, Bruce Harper. A drizzly day in New York. And we're underway the first step towards the Super Bowl. Bruce Harper on the return. Fumble. Picked up by the Buffalo Bills. Into the end zone, it is number 26. Charles Rome, defensive right cornerback. What an unbelievable turn of events, 26 yards as Bruce Harper fumbled and Rome scored.
Charlie, right away, a big play, the first one out of the box. Harper is going to get hit. The ball is going to be caught loose. You see right there, 62 is the man that hit him, and I think that's Irvin Parker.
Right.
Rome's 26 picking it up, dancing along the sidelines, and the Buffalo Bills, 26 yards for a touchdown. They are on the board in a hurry. 16 seconds have just elapsed in the first quarter.
And Mickemeyer, who just kicked off for the extra point attempt, it is good. And suddenly it is Buffalo 7, the New York Jets nothing.
Charlie, did you notice the crowd before the kickoff? They were so enthusiastic, and all of a sudden it went dead silent after that one was recovered. We'll be back.
It took them 16 seconds. The New York Jets with only 27 turnovers in the regular season, third fewest in the NFL. This possibly the most costliest of all. Number 26, Charles Rome, matched his number, 26 yards, scooping up the fumble, going into the end zone. Buffalo leads 7-0. Deja vu as Mickemeyer kicks off only 16 seconds later. And it's Harper again, same spot, 6-yard line. This time he holds on to it as he's down to the neighborhood of the New York 25. And it was Irvin Parker who made the tackle. That is the man who jarred the ball loose. Offensively, we'll see Richard Dodd with Freeman McNeil and Tom Newton in the backfield. The receivers, Walker, Gaffney replacing Lamb Jones as a hamstring tight end, Jerome Parker. And that offensive line, Ward, Rasmussen, Fields, Alexander, and Powell. So the Jets go to work from their own 25-yard line, first down. Pass is complete to Wesley Walker. Walker to 31-yard line. He's decked by Charles Rome. A gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4. Here's the defense. Ben Williams, Fred Smerlas, Sherman White. Sanford, Haslett, Villapiano replacing Shane Nelson, who's on the injured reserve list, and Isaiah Robertson. Clark, Rome, Freeman, and Simpson, the defensive back. Kevin Long checks into the offense for the Jets, second down and 4. First back through is Kevin Long. We'll give him a yard to the 32. It'll be 3rd down and 3 as Fred Smerlis, the nose tackle, is there to stop him.
Speaking of Fred Smerlis, he is the man that the Jets are going to have to control. He's over the center. Fields is there. And you can see Randy Rasmussen coming in to help out a little bit. But that middle is congested by the Buffalo Bills, and so they're not permitting any yardage on that particular play. But I think you're going to see the Jets, if they want to run against that 3-4 defense, they're going to have to run straight at them as opposed to running sideways.
Jets have been successful on 41% of their 3rd down conversions. Harper and Durking in the backfield. Play action. Lots of time. Durking, and he is dropped at his tracks. Jim Haslett, the linebacker, was there. It'll be 4th down, and the Jets will be kicking.
Play action pass by Richard Todd. Actually, he was looking for Bruce Harper, number 42, but he was well covered. And 25, Scott Durkee just going on the flat. You can take a look at Richard Todd. He was looking downfield. He had to get rid of the football. Haslett, 55, the linebacker for Buffalo, makes a good stop. It's short of the 1st down, and the Jets are going to have to punt it away.
Chuck Ramsey with a 40.6-yard average. Lou Pacone and Rob Riddick set for the return. Riddick bothered by an ankle injury. The snap bounced back to Ramsey. Gets a good kick away. Taken at the 26-yard line by Riddick. Riddick is thrown down at the 32 by Darrell Ray. Johnny Lynn was there. And a flag is down. 41 yards of the kick, a 6-yard return.
That was a great catch by Ramsey. That ball was bouncing back there. He made a good catch to get it away. Here's the return by Riddick.
Number 89 on the kicking.
Number 29 is Johnny Lynn, makes a good save and tries to bury him out there.
Bobby Jones ineligible downfield too quick. It is refused. Buffalo will have possession at their own 32-yard line. We'll take a timeout. The Bills lead 7-0 with more than 12 minutes left, first quarter. This is Charles Rome, defensive cornerback, member of the special team. Took the opening kickoff fumble by Bruce Harper, returned it 26 yards for the Bills touchdown. They lead 7-0. First opportunity in offense now from their own 32-yard line. Ferguson sets very quickly and throws to Jerry Butler. And he is brought down by Donald Dykes, who is starting at defensive left cornerback. He was spotted at the 37, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Offensively, Ferguson, Cribbs, and Roosevelt Leaks in the backfield. The receivers, Butler, Lewis. The tight end is Mike Bramer. And that offensive line has allowed the quarterback, Joe Ferguson, to be sacked only 16 times this year. That is the fewest in the NFL. Change at right guard. Borchardt starting for Doble. 2nd and 5. Roosevelt Leaks. He is met by Mark Gastineau. Give him a yard to the 38. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Charlie, I think talking about the weather, we had an indication right there that there was a little slipping going on out there by Roosevelt Leaks. The defense for the New York Jets, you've heard a great deal about them. They lead the NFL in sacks. Gastineau, Salam, Lyons, and Klecko. Klecko will be watching to see how that ankle is. Buttle, Blinka, and Mel, the linebackers. And in the secondary, we've got Dykes, Holmes, Troy, and Ray. Donald Dykes playing at left cornerback position, and right away, the Buffalo Bills went to work on him.
3rd down and 4 from the shotgun. Ferguson has time. Overthrows. Hit. Incomplete. Darrell Ray went up for it, could not pull it down. And the Bills will be kicking.
He had it in his hands. Here we're taking a look at that defensive line. We're trying to single out, see how Klecko is doing. They had an exchange there. 99 or 93 is Lyons coming in, putting some pressure on Joe Ferguson. He got the ball up in the air, and it should have been intercepted. Right? Darrell Ray's hands. Had he intercepted, and he had the sideline to run. And he could have scored perhaps.
Greg Taylor will be kicking a 39.7 average. Bruce Harper set for the return. Harper could go here from goat to hero. He takes it at the 15, to the 20. And he is decked around the 29 or the 30-yard line. A 47-yard kick. Steve Albers, the third tight end for the Bills, is the man who made the tackle. Buffalo has the lead, 7-0. We'll be back in a moment. In the Cowboy hat, that is Don Maynard on the right, a member, of course, of the New York Jets when they won Super Bowl III.
You tell he's from Texas, Charlie?
He's from El Paso. Oh, and he was a great receiver. Kevin Long gets the call. Right side. A gain of 3 to the 33. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Jim Hassett and Phil Villapiano with the
Marvin Powell's leaving the ball game, Charlie. He's walking off rather slowly.
He is sideline. He's been plagued this week with back spasms. Had to leave practice about 3 days ago. John Roman has replaced him.
That's not good for the Jets. Marvin Powell, an all-pro offensive tackle. Hopefully for the Jets, he'll be back in the ball game soon.
Buffalo out in front, 7-0. Charles Romes, 26-yard fumble recovery, opening kickoff return, went in for the score. Swing pass, left flat is dropped. Freeman McNeil couldn't hold on to it. It will be 3rd down and 7. Now you get to something, talent versus experience. The Bills have the experience of the playoffs. They were there last year.
That makes a great deal of difference, particularly as you take a look at Marvin Powell. You'd mentioned that he has had some back problems in the past. He gets spasm, they grab him, and he's not able to do his job out there. It's tough enough when you're healthy to try to block these defensive linemen, particularly going against Ben Williams, who's had a great year for the Buffalo Bills.
Richard Todd has completed 2 of 3 for 7 yards. Faces 3rd down and 7. Has pressure. It is there. Jerome Barkham down the sidelines and out of bounds. And listen to the crowd.
Charlie, Richard Todd did a great job of throwing that ball, getting rid of it, because he got hit just as he got rid of the football. Here it is, number 14, Richard Todd, coming into his own as an outstanding quarterback this year. I talked about Ben Williams. That's him, number 77. He did get the football off. An excellent throw right on the mark to Jerome Barkham, and a big 1st down for the New York Jets, who really needed something to get going to get back in this ball game.
A gain of 37 yards. And Ben Williams of the Buffalo Bill is their leading sacker with 10.5 during the regular season.
You know, Charlie, looking around the league, I guess some of these receivers are getting much better with age. Jerome is 31 years old. Frank Lewis, an 11-year veteran for the Buffalo Bills, has had his best year ever. Charlie Joyner, San Diego, the same thing. Play pass.
From the 30-yard line.
Got it.
He's there. Got it. Wesley Walker right in his hand. He beat Mario Clark. Had a step on him, and the pass was perfect.
Great call and a great throw, but the problem was he did not come up with a football. Hit him right in the numbers. An excellent call, an excellent throw. You'll take a look at it right here. 85, Wesley Walker. This is the ball coming right in his hand. Can't ask for anything better than that. He will think about that, but he shouldn't. They ought to get right back to him, get the ball back to Wesley Walker as soon as possible so that he can forget about that last one.
Now, we mentioned that Jerome Barkham has been replaced by Mickey Schuler. We have a preliminary report that Jerome Barkham has a hamstring, may not return. The give is to Freeman McNeil. He will lose 3, maybe 4 yards, as Fred Smirlis, the nose tackle, was there to bring him down at the 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 14. Smirlis, one of the Pro Bowl selections of the Buffalo Bills.
I said earlier, they've got to control that man, Fred Smirlis, if their running game is going to have any effect whatsoever on the Buffalo Bills. They've tried to run a couple of times in his area. They've got nothing. So they're going to have to double-team Fred Smirlis. Take a look in the background is Jerome Barkham, number 83, taking his shoe off, or working on his ankle or his leg.
Harper and Durking, the running backs, 3rd and 14. Tied to throw, 5 receivers out, has pressure, slips a tackle, has a man in the end zone, and he can't get to it. It was Walker again. This was not Wesley's fault, though. Todd was rushed. He had to throw over the other shoulder, and it is incomplete.
Richard Todd did an excellent job of avoiding the rush and getting the ball off. 85, Wesley Walker making a move. It's a stop-and-go pattern, but he never really got turned around, even though he did beat Mario Clark. The ball is too far. But Richard Todd, when you're not seeing Richard right there, but Richard Todd was scrambling for his life back there, and he did a good thing just to get rid of the football.
52-yard field goal attempt by Pat Leahy. Career longest is 49 yards. Will it carry? Does not make it. So Leahy comes up short from 52 yards away, Buffalo takes over at the line of scrimmage. And we'll be back in a moment as the Bills have the lead 7-0. 8:52 left to go, first quarter. Jerome Barkham, his last touchdown reception, won the Miami game, bothered by a hamstring. 7 touchdown receptions on the year.
Also, might remind the folks that Lamb Jones also has got a hamstring problem. He is not in the ball game, or has been in the ball game yet.
Buffalo now from their own 34-yard line. Ferguson sets and throws. Pass is complete. Frank Lewis. And Lewis is out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
You can see that Ferguson is yelling because the ball was not snapped on the count that he wanted it to. 73, Joe Klecko. You can see that he is definitely limping, but he does get a shot in at Joe Ferguson just as he releases the football. 26, Donald Dykes, they're working on him. Frank Lewis comes out the slip. And I told you about the field. It was going to be a problem out there today. Dykes did slip. Lewis was wide open. He got the football on the first down for the Buffalo Bills.
And Frank Lewis set a club record this year of 70 receptions, 1,244 yards. Second back through is Joe Cribb. From the 48-yard line, following that gain of 14, Marty Lyons makes the tackle at the 50. A gain of 2, it'll be second down and 8.
If either of these teams could get a running game established, they would definitely have a big advantage. That field out there is going to get slipperier as the ball game goes along.
How hard to get a running game started on a mushy field?
Well, timing is so important, and if you just have a fraction of a second that you're late in getting to the hole, that hole isn't there too long, Charlie. You've got to get there in a hurry and get through it.
Ferguson to throw. He sends 5 out. Pulled down by Frank Lewis. Lewis to the 20, to the 10. Lewis scores from 50 yards away. 3 plays.
Ferguson has been excellent so far in his ball game. I said handling the slippery ball is going to be a problem for some quarterbacks. It hasn't been for Joe Ferguson. 73, Joe Klecko trying to apply some pressure on him. The sack exchange is putting pressure, gets through him, but not before he gets rid of the football. And an outstanding catch by this man, Frank Lewis, number 82. Up in the air he's going to go, and now Frank still maintains that great speed that he had when he got out of Grambling College 11 years ago. And he's going to get into the end zone and give the Buffalo Bills right now a 13-point lead prior to this extra point try. What a great year Frank Lewis is having.
Extra point is up. It is good by Mickemeyer. So it is Buffalo 14, the Jets nothing. That drive took 55 seconds. It covered 66 yards in 3 plays. The preceding announcement was furnished as a public service for the National Football League.
3 plays, 66 yards, 55 seconds. Buffalo has scored in a hurry, and count that up to Joe Ferguson and Frank Lewis, because that yardage was made by those 2 players. And they've been working on Donald Dykes, that left cornerback. All the throws that they've made have been to that side.
Nick Mickemeyer kicking off. Kurt Sohn and Bruce Harper set for the return. Bruce Harper. And Harper is down around the 28 or the 29-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. We'll go back to the touchdown.
Joe Ferguson back to throw. And you can see the offensive center, Grant, is looking around for somebody to pick up. A good throw. It's up in the air for Frank Lewis, number 82. And as I said before, he still has that great speed that he had when he got out of Grambling College 11 years ago. He's just like fine wine, getting better with age.
And this will be the first time that Lewis has been named to the Pro Bowl. Jerome Barkham back in the ballgame, hamstring and all, at tight end for the Jets. From the New York 29-yard line, first down. Todd has completed 3 of 6 for 44 yards. Freeman McNeil gets the call on the right side. 33-yard line, a gain of 4, so it'll be second down and 6.
New York Jets, we're going to find out if experience in the playoffs has any effect on them. The Jets have not been in playoffs for 12 years. There's only one man out there, and that is Randy Rasmussen, that's involved in playoffs. They've got adversity hitting them right now. They're 14 points down. See what happens.
Donald Dykes, number 26 on the sideline. They've got a mix-up on the field. Dykes, of course, the man that the Buffalo Bills have been throwing at that defensive left corner. He was active. Bobby Jackson was activated for the ball game. Jesse Johnson has been playing over there because of injuries. Johnson now with a knee injury, and basically he's a safety. So that has been a defensive problem area, and the Buffalo Bills are exploiting it.
I might add, though, that Charlie, they were in a zone defense.
Number 76, defense, second down.
Fred Smerlis got there too soon. The Bills, the second most penalized team in the AFC.
I was going to say that Dykes was in a zone defense. It wasn't necessarily his man. They were not playing man-to-man when Frank Lewis caught that pass. But they're working on his side.
2nd and 1. Dodd has pressure, and it is incomplete. Ricocheting off of Isaiah Robertson. It'll be 3rd down and 1. And the Buffalo Bills putting a lot of pressure on Richard Todd. They have 47 sacks, not as many as the Jets. They say their sack exchange is over the counter.
Second one, sort of a play pass. It wasn't much of a fake, but he gets nailed by Haslett right there. Now, that flak jacket got tested, Charlie, because we'll see how it's affected Richard Todd, because he really got hit by Haslett on that play. But Todd is all right.
Haslett played his collegiate ball at the University of Indiana. Not the University of Indiana in Indiana, but the one in Pennsylvania. 3rd down and 1. Dodd, complete. Jerome Barkham, 1st down. 42-yard line. Got 4 yards in the 1st down. And Charles Rome taken up on the play. He has been the hero of the ball game for the Buffalo Bills. In case you joined us late, the opening kickoff went to Bruce Harper. Harper, when hit, fumbled. Rome's picked it up, went 26 yards for the score.
Here you can see Todd is threading that ball in between 2 defensive men. Barkham gets it. Barkham, recall he went out of the ball game just a little while ago, just came back in. He'd had a leg problem. On that hit that time, Rome's went down, and they're still attending it.
Rome's is in his 5th year, a 12-round draft choice back in 1977 from North Carolina Central.
Here's what you're referring to. 42, Bruce Harper, opening kickoff. He's hit 26. Romes picks it up. There is no one there. He's into the end zone, and it took just 16 seconds for the Buffalo Bills to score first.
And he scored, by the way, for the record book, his 2nd NFL touchdown.
He also scored, I believe, a headache on that last play when he hit Jerome Barkham when Barkham caught that pass.
Barkham now has 2 receptions for 41 yards. Chuck Knox, head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
Well, he's done a great job turning that franchise around in the last couple of years.
Former assistant coach with the New York Jets when Walt Michaels was an assistant coach with the Jets.
He's shaken up. You can tell that. Here it is, 83. Barkham coming across. He's going to make the reception. Romes is coming in right now. And look, you can see his head and his neck being popped pretty good with it.
Rufus Bass has replaced Charles Romes. Walt Michaels, the head coach of the Jets. 1st down, New York at their own 42. Buffalo leads 14-0. Incomplete. Walker, the intended receiver. Mario Clark was there as Romes is being administered to on the sideline.
Another pass it looked like that Wesley Walker could have come up with. It was a low throw, but he did get his hands on it. And what they're trying to do on 1st down, at least they've done it a couple of times, is pick up 5 or 6 yards on that little quick out pass pattern to get into a 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5 situation, as opposed to when they've been running the ball. They've only picked up a couple of yards, so they're looking at 2nd and 8 when they run it on 1st down.
Kevin Long, 9 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Good run by Kevin Long, number 33, because it looked like he was going to be stopped right around the line of scrimmage, but he found some hole someplace and burst through there. You're looking at the linebackers, 41 Villapiano, 55 Haslett. Haslett, a good block by number 60, Dan Alexander. Took him completely out of the play. Here it is right now. Take a look at number 60 on the right of your screen. There is the hole. Excellent block. They did handle 26, Fred Smerlis. I said if you're going to run against Buffalo, you got to handle him.
They mark it 3rd down and 2. A flag is down. 1st down, Jets inside the 40. But there was a marker on the play as Scott Durkee picked it up. 11 yards if it stands. Durkee from Lynn Dawson's alma mater, Purdue.
No, sir.
But his idol is Mike Adamle, who played at Northwestern. How do you like that? But they're both in the Chicago area.
Whatever it is, Walt Michaels not happy because it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to take away that fine run at the first down. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 6 situation, a passing situation.
Motion, number 82, offense, 3rd down.
Mickey Schuler, the tight end, illegal motion. Down goes over, 3rd and 6. Line of scrimmage, the Jet 45-yard line. The score, Buffalo 14. The New York Jets nothing. The Bills scoring on a 26-yard fumble recovery, the opening kickoff, and then a 50-yard touchdown pass from Joe Ferguson to Frank Lewis. 14-0 in the wild card matchup with 5:44 left to go, first quarter.
They get the blitz on. Gets it off. Look
And
out.
it's intercepted at the 39-yard line by Rufus Best. Best replacing Rome. He returns to the 13-yard line.
They had the blitz on that time, Charlie, and Richard Todd got rid of the football long before he wanted to get rid of it. Just threw it right into the stomach of Rufus Best. Here it is. The blitz is on. He gets rid of the football. He was looking downfield to 85 Wesley Walker, but the pass was not anywhere near.
49 yards on the interception return, and Richard Todd with the most interceptions in the NFL last year, 30, cut it down to 13 during the regular season. And here comes Rufus Best.
Richard Todd saved a touchdown.
They'll mark it at the New York 12-yard line. The Bills could blow it wide open here. Bobby Jackson is now in at defensive left corner now. Roosevelt leads. A yard to the 11. 2nd and 9. Mark Gastineau and Abdul Salam stop him at that point.
And I think you noticed that Roosevelt Leaks, when he was running and tried to cut, just was sliding out there because of the turf. Total defense, New York Jets leading 304 yards. Well, they better put it together right now because they're down by 14 points with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Ferguson to throw. Knocked away. Jerry Holmes with a defensive play and the finger pointing.
Ferguson was looking to Frank Lewis, but that ball, even if it had been caught, would have been caught out of bounds. Ferguson just getting rid of the ball, making sure that he doesn't take a sack or trying to worry about interception. As you can see right there, they're right by the out-of-bounds line. I doubt if he'd have had both feet in bounds. And number 47, Holmes, said at least that time, Mr. Lewis, I had you covered.
Ron Jesse comes in. The Bills now with 3 wide receivers. Lewis, Jesse, and Butler. 3rd and 9 at the 11-yard line. 5 men in the secondary for the Jets as Kirk Springs comes in from the shotgun. Pressure. He's throwing it away, and it is almost a touchdown. Joe Cribbs diving for Abdul Salam, trying to pick up the first sack for the Jets.
Do you know how strong your arm has to be to have somebody grab you by the legs and still throw that ball downfield some 30 yards? Ferguson was able to do that. Salam had him by the ankles. He's almost had possession of him. You can see right here, and he still gets rid of the football. Throws it. There's no leg movement at all. Almost gets it to Cribbs. Almost makes a diving, spectacular catch.
From the 19-yard line, a field goal attempt at 29 yards, well within the range of Vic Nickemeyer. Out of the hold of Robinson, and it is good. So the Bills pick up 4 points. They now lead 17-0 with 4 minutes and 36 seconds still remaining in the first quarter. The winner here, of course, moves on to Cincinnati. That game will be played next Sunday. And next Saturday, the San Diego Chargers will be at Miami.
Charlie, I had mentioned early in the pregame show that the team that scored first definitely is going to have an advantage. For Buffalo, they didn't want to be behind because they'd be face throwing with the football and have to worry about that New York sack exchange. For the New York Jets, they got behind very early. Now we're going to see about them having the ability to overcome adversity. They haven't been in this situation before. They've been in playoffs in 12 years. They're down by 17 points right now. They've got to start making things happen pretty soon. It's still the first quarter. There's still plenty of time left, but they've got to start moving the football. And I think you go back to a dropped pass. Wesley Walker in the end zone when they were down 7-0. What effect that might have on this football game?
In the first quarter during the regular season, the Jets gave up a total over the 16-game regular season of only 37 points. They have given up 17 here. The Bills, by the way, have had an excellent first quarter, outscoring their opponents almost 2-1. Bruce Harper on the kickoff return. And he is out of bounds around 32 of the 33-yard line. So the Jets need to get an offense going immediately.
Difficult to get the running game established with that 3-4 defense of the Buffalo Bills.
Todd to throw. Walker. Incomplete. Rufus Bess with the coverage.
That time Walker did have a step on Rufus Bess. Had that ball been out there, it could have been a touchdown.
Second time in the ball game, though, that Todd has thrown over the other shoulder.
Now that's very difficult to adjust to, particularly bear in mind this, that Wesley Walker is legally blind in one eye. So he has to get his head completely turned around on a pass like that so he can locate the football. Underthrown by Richard Todd.
The Jets have run 16 offensive plays. 11 of them have been passes. Todd has completed 4 of 11 for 48 yards. He's had an interception. Inside handoff to Freeman McNeil, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. His momentum will carry him to the 34. A gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9 as Ben Williams was there to make the tackle along with Jim Haslett.
Once again, the New York Jets in a passing situation, something that they don't want to be in all of the time. But they're down 17 points. And if they're going to get back in the ball game, they're going to have to throw the football.
Three on the pattern, 2 in the block. Barkham, the intended receiver, going for the interception was Steve Freeman. There was a flag on the play. Barkham very slow getting up as Freeman has the football. The penalty is against the Buffalo Bills, so erase the second interception by the Bills secondary.
That was an outstanding play by Steve Freeman. He took that ball. Not only did he really bang Jerome Barkham, but he took the ball away from him. But all for naught, they're going to bring it back, and that's a break for the New York Jets.
Freeman, the leading tackler on the Buffalo Bills with 136.
Encroachment, number 77, defense lined up in the neutral zone. 3rd down.
Ben Williams, number 77. You can see it right there. Number 77 was lined up.
Buffalo penalized the most yardage in the National Football League, 1,001 over the regular season. 3rd down. Between 4 and 5 yards for the 1st down. Todd's pass is complete to Bruce Harper. He caught it around the 42-yard line, and it looks as if he will be short of the 1st down. Bill Villapiano wrapped him up immediately. Harper's going to say, no, I caught it up there. They'll need about a yard.
Situation where Bruce should have gone beyond the yardstick to make sure that when he caught the ball, even if he came back a yard or two, that he'd still have the 1st down. It's fairly evident he was not the primary receiver for Richard Todd.
They'll bring out the change just to check it out. It's about a half yard, maybe a full yard shot.
He hit it right on the nose. It's about a half a yard. course, the fans here, they say go for it.
But Chuck Ramsey is in to catch.
They haven't made anything on with their running game, and if they were to be stopped there and Buffalo scored in a hurry, put this game out of reach for the New York Jets.
A fine, misty rain is falling. Number 40 is Rob Riddick, bothered by an ankle injury. Rookie taken in the 9th round of the draft, set for the return. Played his collegiate ball at Millersville State in Pennsylvania. Ramsey, the punter, played his collegiate ball at Wake Forest.
That is, we're assuming they're going to punt it.
Anytime.
And he will. Not that good a punt. It will be down at the 30-yard line. A kick of only 28 yards for Chuck Ramsey. So the potent Buffalo offense takes over with good field position on their own 30-yard line, and they have been able to move on the New York Jets.
And they've been moving through the air, doing an outstanding job. Frank Lewis has done a great job so far, and they've been working on 26. Donald Ikes, he has been taken out of the ball game. Bobby Jackson, number 40, is playing that position now.
Buffalo leads at 17-0. 2:46 left to go. We're in the first quarter. Ferguson high over the middle, pull down, first down. Tight end Mark Kramer, who has had only 2 receptions in the last 5 games, no receptions in the last 3, picks up 15 yards. Dan Blinka with the tackle. 45-yard line, first down. Buffalo 17 points that the Jets have given up. That is about what the Jets normally over the regular season give up in a complete ball game. Recognize that? That's a Super Bowl ring. Jeff Richardson. That was 1969 Super Bowl, the regular season 1968. Super Bowl III at the Orange Bowl. Joe Cribb, left side. From the 45 to the 48, a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 as Salam, Lyons, and Klecko were all there for the defense.
We've been all this time. We're still in the first quarter. We still have 1:48 and counting down in the first quarter, Charlie.
Had a lot of scoring.
What the Jets have to do, they've got to get a turnover.
Ferguson has completed 4 of 7 passes for 83 yards. Touchdown pass of 50 yards to Frank Lewis. Ferguson from the University of Arkansas fires close to the first down. This is Roosevelt Leaks coming out of the backfield.
I believe he's going to get the first down, just enough. They'll bring the chains out. It's going to be very close, but I think just enough for the first down. See what Ferguson was doing? He was throwing to the outside to Frank Lewis early. Now, assuming that they're double covering Frank Lewis out there, he's going back into the inside. He's taking what the defense gives him.
That Buffalo Bills offensive line in 6 games this year did not allow a sack of their quarterback Ferguson. They have not allowed one today. You were right, just barely.
I didn't know it was that close. But here it is. Back in the pocket, Ferguson. Good protection by his offensive line, and just looking for the man in the open spot. That's Roosevelt Leaks, number 48. Quickly brought down by Stan Blinka, number 54, but just enough for another Buffalo first down.
Just outside the New York 45-yard line. The crowd here is not lost hope. Kramer, the tight end, shows motion. Frank Lewis again. Lewis to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 18 yards on the play. Bobby Jackson and Ken Troy make the tackle. First down, Buffalo.
I think you can see what the game plan is. Go over to that left side of the Jets. Now 40, Bobby Jackson slips, much like Donald Ikes did earlier in this first quarter, and that left Frank Lewis wide open. Well, what a year he has had. 70 catches coming into this ball game.
And in this ball game, 3 for 68, including a touchdown. Whistle sound. 9 seconds on the 30-second clock, 9 seconds on the game clock. They're calling delay of game, but the 30-second clock shows 9 seconds. Now we'll have a conference. There it is.
9 seconds.
No foul. Still first down.
You know what that is called? That is in the NFL officials' guide. It's called a whoops.
I'll tell you, if there's a 9 up there instead of a 0, he's going to get the raspberries from the rest of the officials.
All right, so we'll reset it and start it all over again. This is the 13th offensive play of the first quarter for the Buffalo Bills. 9 of the previous 12 have been through the air. Ferguson drops it off over the middle to Roosevelt Leach out of the backfield. It'll be a first down at the 16-yard line. A gain of 11 yards on the play as Lance Mel and Stan Blinka make the tackle, and the first quarter comes to a close. The score is Buffalo 17 and the New York Jets 7. Along with Emerson Boozer, this is Charlie Jones and Lynn Dawson. Emerson, of course, you know. Remember the New York Jets when they won Super Bowl III?
Well, he was a great all-around football player.
Yeah. Statistical comparison, the Jets have won only time of possession. They've lost everything else. New York 16-yard line. Buffalo has a first down. Play action. Knocked away. It's a fumble. Can be scooped up. But inadvertently kicked by Gastineau. You got a ball on it. The Bills will have the football. The Jets had an opportunity for a big break. Gastineau won at 6 points. Ken Jones recovered the fumble.
That is a big, big mistake by Gastineau. First things first, ball on the football. Then if you can run with it, get up and run with it. But the big defensive end strips him of the football. You see right here, he knocks it right out of his hands. Great quickness by Gastineau to get in there. But once the ball was bouncing downfield, he should have fallen on the football. There it is right there. Gastineau knocking it out of Ferguson's hand. Great coverage. Now he should just fall on the ball. He kicks it, knocks it about 15 yards further. Right there, he should have fallen on the football. That's what they needed. They needed a big break. Gastineau made a mistake of not falling on it.
Second down and 48 yards to go. Ferguson throws. Frank Lewis. Lewis to the 35. Flips the tackle. Picks up a block. Is that a Ferguson block? Yes. Picks up a block from Joe Ferguson. A gain of 22 yards. The Bills unstoppable.
Frank Lewis displaying great running ability. Number 12, Ferguson, going back. He's rolling out. He's looking for help now. He goes back against the grain. To Frank Lewis, and he's going to run for about 40 yards one way or another. And you're going to see number 12 come into the picture. Right there, Ferguson throwing a block. Naturally, he went for the man's ankle, so he didn't get hurt if he did hit it.
Lewis this year averaging almost 18 yards a reception. Third down, 25. 3 wide receivers for the Bills. Yard line. Pass is complete to Joe Cribbs coming out of the backfield. A gain of 10, so it'll be 4th down and 15. And Nick Mickemeyer comes in with a field goal attempt. Upcoming Lance Mel with the last tackle.
Here's a zone defense. You can see everybody just backing up, preventing the long throw. So Ferguson went to Cribbs and picked up about 10 yards. But what he did, he put his field goal kicker in field goal range. Couple of plays.
27-yard line and attempts at 37 yards. The Buffalo offense able to move anytime they want to. It is short from 37 yards away. the 20-yard line. Just over 12 minutes left to go in the first half. The Bills lead 17-0. This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. You said at the top of the show the team that got out in front first, they would have the big advantage. Can the Jets come back?
Well, certainly they come back. They've got great speed on the outside. You may recall Wesley Walker was in the end zone and dropped a touchdown pass. They've got to get moving. They've got to put the ball up in the air, which they're trying to do right now.
Todd throws. Pass is complete. 26-yard line. He goes to Scott Durkee, and Phil Villapiano makes the tackle.
Taking a look at the linebackers. 55 Hazlitt, 41 is Phil Villapiano. He's had a lot of playoff experience, particularly with the Oakland Raiders. The ball is thrown in front of him. What they're doing, they're conceding that short gain to prevent any long one. They've got a 17-point lead, and they're going to make you march down the field and take it in little pieces.
27-yard line, gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Fumble on the exchange. Todd dives in for it and comes up with it. So it will be 3rd down and 3. The Jets 2 turnovers, Buffalo none. Walt Michaels, the head coach of the Jets. Jets have, is it nerves? Playoff nerves?
I think that has something to do with it. Now, I said, how are they going to handle adversity if it hits? It hit on the very first play of the ball game on the kickoff when Harper fumbled and they ran 26 yards for a touchdown. Joe Walton is the offensive coordinator, and Richard Todd, the quarterback, credits that man for his turnaround.
This is the Jets' first playoff game since 1969 when they lost here to the Kansas City Chiefs, led by my partner Lynn Dawson. 13-6, flag down. Dodd is down with a sack. Let's see if it stands up. Ken Johnson made the tackle, but we'll go back to the marker. That'll be a first down. That's the first break the Jets have had.
Yes, sir. Take a look at the offensive line. It's difficult to see that unless somebody was lined up offsides, it looked like anybody jumped. 91 is Johnson coming in to put the sack to.
Lined up in also.
I didn't get the number, but it's the same.
I think it was 57. 57 or 77, one of
77's Ben Williams. Now, something, when you were playing and you were lining up in the neutral zone, a lot of times the officials would say, you know, back off, back off. They don't talk to the players as much now as they used to.
Oh, they don't. You're on your own out there.
From the New York 32-yard line, first down, little play action, nobody's fool. All alone is Jerry Gaffney to the Buffalo 48-yard line. Pickup of 20. Jim Haslett with the tackle.
That gave the Jet fans something to stand up and cheer about. Play action pass on first down, trying to hold those linebackers so that those wide receivers can get behind them and find the gap. Here it is, Todd going back, and you can see 55 Haslett in the middle of your screen was up there looking for the run. That gave 81 Gaffney an opportunity to get behind the linebackers and pick up the first down.
Gaffney's second reception of the ball game. He hasn't been receiving that much. Kevin Long gets the call, wish that he hadn't. Just the line of scrimmage. Ben Williams was there to greet him. That's a mismatch. Williams 6'3", 245. That's a giveaway of about 50 pounds.
Williams is a very active defensive lineman, and he has had a great year. 10.5 sacks for the Buffalo Bills coming into this ball game, and that was leading the Buffalo Bills in sacks this year. What did you say? They got the New York sack exchange, and they've got one over the counter.
Now, the Buffalo Bills with 47 sacks, and you say that we're just over the counter. That's what we are. But they're playing well today. Those 17-0 Buffalo leads it. 9:09 left to go, second quarter. 2nd and 11. Pull down. Jerry Gaffney, who's become the man of the moment for the Jets, roams back in there, makes the tackle. A pickup of 12. First down.
Richard Todd did a good job of getting that ball off because he did have pressure applied on him. You're going to take a look at it right there. 77. Lucius Sanford, just after Todd gets the ball off, gets him. Holmes, 26, back in the ball game. You may recall that he had to leave because he got his bell rung. There it is. The pressure coming. Todd gets it off. First down for the Jets. They got the ball moving, and they need to score badly. Look out.
It is intercepted. Bill Villapiano with the interception. Third turnover by the Jets. 2 interceptions. A fumble recovery for a touchdown, and an interception that was wiped out by a penalty.
Bad judgment on Richard Todd's part, trying to get that ball in between 2 defensive men. Villapiano was there. He's trying to go to Gaffney.
And here it is. Villapiano, the Bills have the ball. We'll be back in a moment. Bill Villapiano, turn around, Phil. There you go. Congratulations. And stand up. You want an ovation? Phil, sit out. Just got to get the subject. He picked it off at the 24, 17 yards in return. Buffalo has the ball at their own 41-yard line. Pass is complete to the 46-yard line. Roosevelt Leaks with the reception. Ron Crosby with the tackle, a gain of 5, so it'll be second down and 5. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
Channel 4 in San Antonio, KMOL TV.
This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. We're in the second quarter of the AFC Wildcard game. Buffalo out in front of the Jets by a score of 17-0 with 7:37 left to go in the first half. Cribb still manages a yard. Gastineau with the tackle.
Bear in mind that Gastineau plays the left defensive end. He went all the way over to the right side to make that tackle. That shows the extreme quickness and speed that this big man has. He is a very emotional player. In the introductions, he was the first one introduced when they introduced the defense. He was going bananas out there. Thought he was going to hurt himself.
It's a Green Bay game. They were the same thing. They were going for the high five. Randy Rasmussen said, "I'm really afraid that that defense is going to get hurt on the player today." 3rd and 4 from the shotgun. Cribb, 30-yard line, a stop and go. Just inside the 25, Lance Mel makes the tackle. 29 yards on the play, and watch the move that Cribbs puts on after he catches the ball.
Here you're taking a look at the zone. You can see the defensive backs really getting depth, and Cribbs comes behind the linebacker in that open area. The defensive backs are some 5 or 6 yards away. They are preventing the long ball, but they're creating some gaps in between, in front of them, and that's what Cribbs found, that opening spot. A good pass by Ferguson. This shows why Cribbs is so valuable to this football team, because he has such versatility.
At the New York 25-yard line, first down. Roosevelt Leaks. We give him 4 yards on the play. It'll be second down 6 as Salam and Lyons make the tackle. Ron Crosby is now the middle linebacker for the Jets as Blink has come out. So Buttle, Mel, and Crosby, the 3 linebackers, and they are all from Penn State that you will see in the Fiesta Bowl against USC on January 1st.
One of the reasons Crosby is in there because he is better against defending against the pass, they think, than Blinka. And Buffalo has been throwing the ball on first down.
Conrad Dobler now checks in to the offense. He's at offensive right guard. Borchardt started there. Ferguson has completed 11 of 14 for 186 yards in the touchdown. Roosevelt Leaks, a flag is down. Leaks goes to the 14-yard line. That will pick up the first down at the play stands up. Greg Buttle was there for the Jets, but there was a marker dropped on the far side. An iffy 13 yards, but you can erase it. That is the 4th penalty that the Buffalo Bills have been called on. We'll mark it out to the 26. The down will go over. It'll be second and 11.
Illegal formation, offense, number 70, not
The call on Joe Devlin, the right tackle, as you heard it.
Bills will be able to even overcome penalties. I don't believe they haven't punted yet in this first half, have they?
No, I don't think so. One time, have they punted one? Yes, they punted one time. 2nd and 11. Touchdown. Frank Lewis, that is his 2nd touchdown reception of the game.
The New York Jets had the blitz on. They were coming after Ferguson. He was able to get that ball off and threw a perfect strike to 82, Frank Lewis. 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
This one covered 26 yards.
That's a great shot. Right into the arms of Frank Lewis, number 82. He's working on Bobby Jackson, number 40. Looks him in the eyes and just runs away from him. There's nobody in the middle. See, there is no help in the middle from a safety because the blitz was on and the safety was up to the line of scrimmage.
That makes it 23-0. Extra point to come. And it is good. So Buffalo out in front by a score of 24-0. And that New York defense has not been able to put pressure on Joe Ferguson. They've had only 1 sack today, and that was on a broken play. We'll be back in a moment. Frank Lewis, we mentioned earlier, having his greatest year. Well, he's having his greatest day. Look at this. 5 receptions, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And his quarterback has completed 12 of 15 for 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. Joe Ferguson. Out of bounds 5 yards. We'll bring it back to the 30-yard line. Kurt Sohn just kind of, it's like a third baseman watching that bunt wanting it to roll.
Well, he made a good move of letting it out of bounds because they're going to have to kick over again.
Roosevelt Leaks was hurt just a moment ago. Here administering to him on the sideline, and we'll try and have a report.
Rather subdued right now. It's not like the Jet defense that came onto the field and started this football game. That scoring drive, 5 plays, 59 yards, 26-yard pass to Frank Lewis. His 2nd of the afternoon was a touchdown. And we still have 4:56 remaining in the first half.
It has been a blue afternoon. Blue for the Buffalo Bills, but really blue.
Been very grim
for the New York
Jets.
The Bills, of course, their colors are blue, red and white. Zone on the return. And Zone returns it to the 48-yard line. Curtis Brown is the man who made the tackle for the Buffalo Bills. 28 yards on the return by Kurt Zone.
The Jets have to throw. They've got to put that ball up in the air. 4:47 remaining in this first half. They're down 24 points. They've got to go. They've got to put it up in the air.
And Richard Todd, who had only 13 interceptions during the regular season, has suffered 2 in the game today. 3 turnovers. Fumble recovery, opening kickoff by Charles Holmes, 26 yards in the score. The Bills have led all the way. Freeman McNeil gets the call. Just across the 50. It'll be 2nd down and 8 as Fred Smirlis made the tackle.
I said they've got to throw, and they ran the football, but you did see McNeil slip as he tried to make the cut. It's tough out there because of the field and the conditions of the field. Notice a couple of times in the first half when Buffalo completed passes, they completed them because the defensive man slipped, and that left the receiver wide open.
And that Buffalo secondary will use a 4-7. 7 men in the secondary. That's a lot of folks to throw against. McNeil gets the call again. Gain of 4. 3rd down and 4.
I must assume that they're thinking of a 4-down situation, running the football the first 2 plays. They're bringing in Bruce Harper right now, who is a man that they like to go to in a 3rd down situation when they got 4 or 5 yards to go.
Harper led the club with 52 receptions. On the pattern. Scott Durkee, first down, 30-yard line. shaken up on the play.
I believe it's Charles Rome once again. You may recall in the first quarter he left because of the collision that he had with Jerome Barkham. Here it is, Todd going back in the pocket, and he's looking for his backs. He had Durking there. He had Harper on the other side. He just picked out his back, got the ball to him, picked up a first down.
We've got a timeout. The score is Buffalo 24 and the New York Jets nothing. 3 minutes left to go, first half. Buffalo 30-yard line, first half. Deep into coverage, and it is caught. Mickey Schuler, the tight end. That is Schuler's first reception of the year. He had no receptions during the regular season. He's out most of the year with that shoulder separation.
82, Mickey Schuler coming in, taking the out move, now coming to the inside and makes an outstanding catch. Defensive man really had pretty good coverage on it, but he came up with the football. Boy, if the Jets ever needed a touchdown, they needed it right there.
52-yard drive in 4 plays, and one more. We have a 24-7 ball game. The Jets, as Lynn said, now have something to cheer about. So do the fans, finally.
That is an excellent area for the tight end, because generally the tight end is going to get man-to-man coverage. Richard Todd going back to throw, looking to his right, knows where his receiver is, comes back to his left, gets the ball out. Let's take a look and see what Richard's reaction is to the touchdown. Pulls up his pants. Nothing to it. Nothing. Looks like it's excellent throw, right on the mark. Number 82, Mickey Schuler, coming up with a touchdown that they badly needed. Steve Freeman, number 22, the safety, was right there. 82, Mickey Schuler. Now watch, he's going to look to the outside with his head, hoping to take that defensive back and move him out in that direction. Then he cuts back to the inside.
Richard Todd with 25 touchdown passes during the regular season, one less than the New York record held by Namath and Doro. Leahy will be kicking off. Curtis Brown and Rob Riddick set for the return. Roland Hook not in there as a return man, bothered by a rib problem. Two-yard line. Curtis Brown. To about the 29-yard line on the return, where Kenny Neal makes the tackle. 26 yards on that return. Next weekend, of course, the playoffs continue. The winner here today will move on to Cincinnati. That is next Sunday. And on Saturday, the Miami Dolphins will be hosting the San Diego Chargers, all on NBC. Curtis Brown has replaced Roosevelt Leaks in the backfield. Leaks with a pinched nerve.
Look at that. The crowd is so noisy that they can't hear the audibles or the checking off at the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete. Mark Kramer, the tight end, intended receiver. Ken Stroy broke it up.
The crowd can definitely play a big part in a football game. But last time when Ferguson was calling the signals at the line of scrimmage, the offensive lineman, who was only a couple of yards away from him, couldn't hear what he was saying.
Hey, he's been hanging around for a couple of days, hasn't he?
the quickness of 99 gas. Now, it's a draw play. The man gets by, but he has the quickness to come back and make the tackle for a couple of yards long.
Ferguson has completed 12 of 16 for 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. Coming up with a 2-minute warning. He has been sacked 1 time. We'll be back in a moment. 2 minutes to go, first half. Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. Looks like a blowaway. Buffalo 24, Jets 7. The Jets defense can get something going here. Another touchdown or a field goal before the half. They have the crowd behind them. They could get back in it, but it's a long shot. The Jets defense is ranked #1 in the AFC in total defense. Buffalo's offense is ranked #4, so that's quite a matchup. Here's the crowd.
They've been waiting a long time for the Jets to get into the playoffs. 12 years, as a matter of fact. They want something to happen right now. They want that defense to hold.
The reason for the delay is that the official game clock has to be reset. Now, there's a man that doesn't have both oars in the water. I tell you. We have an official time given to us that there is 2:15 left to go. There was a timeout called at that point. That's what they're running the clock down to, although they let it run down to the 2-minute mark. And the Jets called a timeout at that point because then they would get the automatic timeout at the end of the play. Now, it is cold here today. In addition, we have a drizzle.
What did you say that person is not one with some...
He doesn't have both oars in the water. That's right. He's paddling with 1 oar, and it's a short one, I tell you. That means he's going in circles. Now they reset the clock at the 2:15 mark. There's the weather, 32 degrees, going to be 92%. That means that it's raining. Forecast is cold and rain. Surface is grass, and the wind's at 18 miles an hour. 3rd and 9.
Time there was a lot of pressure on Ferguson. He got rid of that football.
Second punt for Cater. First one is 46 yards. Bruce Harper set for the return. Jets ball at their own 35-yard line. A 35-yard kick. No return. Brian Gumbel, who is here at Shea Stadium today, trying to keep warm, will be with us at halftime.
2:02 remaining, so they're going to get 1 play off before the 2-minute warning. So calling that timeout was a good move by the New York Jets. Speaking of Jets, one just flew over here.
We're in the landing pattern or the takeoff pattern of LaGuardia. And when the winds are right, the noise level goes up about 100 decibels. Incomplete. Still in the tight end, the intended receiver after the scramble by Richard Todd. 1:54 left on the clock. And now the 2-minute warning, or the official 2-minute warning, or the second 2-minute warning of the first half, after that miscue with the clock, will be given to both pitchers. So we've got a timeout. And time to remind you that next Saturday, Playoff Fever continues on NBC. The AFC divisional game starting at 4:30 Eastern Time. Host Brian Gumbel. Examine the teams in the playoffs in NFL 81. Then the San Diego Chargers. That should be NFL 82 next weekend because we go past the New Year. No, they stay 81. Okay. Then the San Diego Chargers, with the NFL's #1 offense, take on the AFC East champions, the Miami Dolphins. That's next Saturday, 1982, but it's NFL 51. I like that. The Dolphins and the Chargers at 4:30 Eastern Time here on NBC Sports. Stan Waldemar has replaced Randy Rasmussen, offensive guard for the Jets, and the Buffalo Bills will have 7 men in that secondary that Richard Todd will be throwing against. He has 1:54 left to go in the first half. 24-7 ball game, Buffalo lead.
And he has plenty of time to get some points out of this. He would love to get a touchdown, but 3 points would really help this New York Jet team coming back in the second half.
How important is momentum going into halftime?
Well, this game is a game of confidence and believing. And if you do something to gain more confidence, it's got to help you.
From the New York 35, first down. Almost intercepted by Rufus Beck. Jerking the intended receiver, and Todd is hurt. He has been playing with a rib problem, and he had an ankle injury in the middle of the season that got a little bit better, and that may be the same problem flaring up on him.
He had a lot of heat coming on him. They had 4 defensive linemen going after him, and he is hit just as he gets rid of the football. He got rid of it, and you could see right there that his ankle was twisted as he went down. On top of him was number 77, Ben Williams. The ankle was twisted as he hit the ground.
Pat Ryan, the backup quarterback in his 4th year, 11th round draft choice in 1978 from Tennessee, loosening up very quickly on the sideline. Todd has completed 10 of 20 for 136 yards. He has suffered 2 interceptions. He has thrown for a touchdown. Now, he will come out here at least for 1 play. So it will be an injury timeout. Now, if he stays in, it'll be a charge timeout. He's going to stay in. That will be a charge timeout. So the Jets will have only 1 timeout remaining. I've just been informed in the last 2 minutes it's a timeout regardless, even on injury. Didn't realize that. No, I don't agree with that sign. I hope that was in lowercase. 1:49 time remaining. First half.
Third down situation. They've got to go for the first down. They've got to throw downfield. They can't be throwing it right over the line of scrimmage and hope that the back picks up the first down.
Incomplete. Third down and 10 with the incomplete pass. So Chuck Ramsey will come in to kick it away. Rob Riddick and Lou Pacone are set for the return.
Now here's the situation now that Buffalo could get that ball back in excellent field position and be in position with 3 timeouts remaining for them to get some points on the board before half of this.
You'll notice right behind where Chuck Ramsey stands, I think that's the debris. No, somebody left a shoe out on the playing field. 17-yard line. It will be down by the Jets. 33 yards on the kick. Officials will spot the ball at the 32-yard line. Buffalo in their own territory. Halftime. Brian Gumbel, the host, NFL 81.
Ron Jesse going into the ball game. They'll be going in with 3 wide receivers. Buffalo's looking to get more points before this half is over.
Buffalo with 3 timeouts remaining. The Jets, let's make a correction, they have 1 timeout remaining. Ferguson with all the time in the world, incomplete to Chris.
Joe Rivers was looking around, Charlie. He was looking around to see who was going to nail him. The ball should have been caught. The linebackers are getting depth. The defensive backs are getting depth, so the area that is open for the Buffalo Bills is in front of the linebackers.
At halftime, Bryant will be checking in with the Philadelphia Giant game, the second wild card game to be played later today. Ferguson hitting 67% of his passes, 12 of 18. Intercepted, jets of the ball, Greg Bottle. And out of bounds. First turnover by the Bills.
Taking a look at the zone defense, the defensive backs dropping back. He's trying to go in the seam, up in the air. Buttle went, made an outstanding interception, bringing it back. Now they're at the 14-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. Excellent position to score. Look at that, right? 51. Buttle going up in the air, picking off that ball.
Call at all.
I don't either. 1:10, 1:09, counting down. They've got one timeout remaining. They called 2 plays, hoping that Buffalo was going to think fast and they could sneak up. Well, they got mid running on and off the field.
Jets did 2 men in, and they hustle back to the sideline. 53 seconds and counting. Pass is complete to Wesley Walker. Out of bounds, stops the clock. Boy, they lost, what, 18-20 seconds on that kind of stand around, run people in and out.
This was just an automatic call that he was getting the ball out. If Walker was open, he'd throw it to him. If he isn't open, he'd just throw it out of bounds to stop the clock. 29 Mario Clark was making sure he gave him enough room. But they're still in a situation where it's a third down. 47 seconds remaining in the half. They have one timeout remaining. They need to get a touchdown.
The Bills now have a 3-man rush and 8 men dropping off. Oh, they'll bring 4. They've got 7 in the secondary. Schuler could not pull it down. Rufus Best with the coverage. It'll be 4th down and 5. And Leahy comes in with a field goal attempt, a possible field goal attempt. Backup quarterback is the holder.
The way Taub was going over there and talking to Schuler, he must have perhaps thought that he cut the wrong way.
From the 60, an attempt at 26 yards. And it is good. And it's a 24-10 ball game with 43 seconds left to go in the first half.
Richard Todd going back. Now, this is a third down situation. He's got to get a first or get a touchdown. And he's going to Schuler, number 82. Neck close throw. Could have been not an easy catch, but he had it in his hands. He made another outstanding catch for a touchdown earlier in the second quarter. That one they needed badly, but they did not come up with it.
Seconds left to go in the half. Onside kick?
No.
Not as well as the Buffalo offense has been moving.
No. One timeout remaining. 43 seconds.
The Bills open up a 24 0-0 lead. The Jets now with 10 unanswered points, just trying to get back in the ballgame.
They're back in it now. They're 2 touchdowns down, and, you know, they got the second half to go.
Riddick and Brown are deep. Riddick.
He who hesitates is lost, Charlie, and he hesitated, then he decided to go, and when he did get up about to the 15-yard line, he slipped. 39 seconds remaining in the half, and I'm sure Buffalo is going to be quite content to put the ball on the ground and run out the clock.
Al Washington and Stan Blink on the last tackle. Line of scrimmage, the Buffalo 17-yard line.
To the police road. To the police road.
This is a formation that the quarterback will just down the ball.
You can see there's a man 10 yards deep. And you can say there's a fumble. And he is back there to either recover the fumble or make the tackle so that they don't get in for a score.
Stay with us at halftime. Brian Gumbel hosting NFL 81. A look at the first half here. The first part of the first half, Buffalo. The last few moments of the half belonging to the New York Jets. And they'll also check in on the New York story. And the second part of that team, the Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles that meet later this afternoon. Just waiting for the countdown to make it official. It is Buffalo 24 and the New York Jets 10.
Walt Michaels walking into the locker room at halftime. At least they got 10 points. They're 2 touchdowns down, but they're not out of this game by any shades of the imagination. They've got great speed on the outside, so they can score in a hurry.
On the other hand, the Buffalo Bills, their offense has been able to move at will, and also at the New York Jet defense. It's halftime, Shea Stadium. Bills lead it 24-10.
Hello again.
This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson, and in just a moment, Lynn will be starting the second half. That means that Buffalo will be receiving. Now, what do they have to do immediately?
Well, Buffalo is going to, you know, Buffalo's ahead by 2 touchdowns. They just got to maintain that lead, but I think it's on the other side. The Jets, the heat is on them. That defense has to stop Buffalo to provide the offense of the New York Jets an opportunity to put some points on the scoreboard. They're 2 touchdowns behind, as I said. They've got to catch up before they can go ahead.
Offensively, particularly in the first quarter, as we looked at the statistics, and they're not that far apart.
Let's look at this one. Rushing yardage. Bills 11, the Jets 18. So for the Jets, they can't really try to establish any type of running game. The footing isn't that good out there. If they're going to get back in the ballgame, they'll do it throwing.
In the first quarter, what was Buffalo doing as far as their passing game was concerned? They were able to move anytime they wanted to.
They were working on the left side of the New York Jets. Donald Dykes was over there. He was replaced by Bobby Jackson. But what happened on a couple of occasions was that they slipped. Now, a slippery field, the advantage is to the offensive man in a passing game because he knows where he is going to go. The defensive man has to react once the offensive receiver makes his final move. And a lot of times the defensive man is going to slip. That's what happened in the first half with the New York Jets.
Now, you could say that the Bills won the first quarter 17-0. The Jets won the second 10-7. But the total statistics show Buffalo out in front by 14.
Well, the final one is the important one. After 60 minutes, it's who is ahead.
Pat Leahy will be kicking off. Curtis Brown and Rob Riddick are set for the return as we get set to open the second half. In case you weren't here for the opening of the ball game, when Buffalo kicked off, Bruce Harper returned, fumbled, Charles Rose picked it up and scored from 26 yards out, and within 16 seconds, Buffalo led 17-0. We've been out in front ever since. Riddick on the run back, and he returns to the 26-yard line where Stan Blinka and Kurt Springs make the tackle, 22 yards on the return. Offensively, Joe Ferguson, Joe Cribbs, Roosevelt Leaks is now back in there. He has been bothered by a pinched nerve, was replaced by Curtis Brown. But now in the second half, Leaks will be back in. Butler, Lewis, and Bramer, and Frank Lewis, 2 touchdown receptions. And that offensive line of Jones, Lynch, Grant, Borchardt, and Devlin. Buffalo from their own 26-yard line. Joe Fred. He'll get a couple of yards. It'll be second down and 8. Marty Lyons made the tackle. Defensively, Gastineau, Salam, Lyons, and Klecko. The Jets have only 1 sack. Buttle, Blinka, and Mel. Buttle with an interception that set up a field goal. At secondary, Dykes, Holmes, Troy, and Ray. Incomplete. 3rd and 8.
Ferguson is not happy with that throw. He was getting some pressure applied to him by that front 4 of the New York Jets. Even though you don't get a sack, you don't get to the quarterback, if you make him throw the football before the pass pattern really develops, you've done your job. 73, Joe Klecko is playing out there with an injured foot. He is hurting, but he is a gutty man. He's taking his man. Jones is just taking him right back into the quarterback's lap. Shows the strength of Joe Klecko.
Roland Hooks in the backfield. Ron Jesse is in, 3 wide receivers. Lots of time. It is complete, far side, Frank Lloyd. And they will mark it right on the sideline marker. Lewis has been averaging 4 catches a game. He has 6 already.
Passing situation. Now they've got to protect their quarterback. Give him time for this thing to develop. Klecko is cut down. Now he's rolling to his right, giving him more time, but he finds the man that he's looking for. 82, Frank Lewis. When you're going well, quarterback to receiver, you have a tendency to look for that man more so than the other receivers. Frank Lewis knows what to do when the quarterback is in a jam. See him come back toward the ball, toward the line of scrimmage, comes up with the kick.
Lewis, 6 receptions for 138 yards. First down. Trips to the 41. Gastineau with the tackle.
That's about as well as they've done on first down running with the football. They picked up about 4 yards on that play.
The second down and 6. Joe Cribbs, the 5th leading rusher in the AFC with 1,097 yards. Earl Campbell is number 1 in the conference. First year that Earl has not been number 1 in the NFL. I guess you could say that Bum Phillips always coaches the number 1 rusher, because Rodgers at New Orleans topped that honor this year. Second back through is Leaks. Abdul Salam with the tackle. Be a yard shy of the first down.
You got an indication right there. I think that was Ken Jones, the tackle, showing the coaching staff how far they have to go. They'll send in another tight end into the ball game along with Ron Jesse in a short yardage situation. This would be a time right now for Buffalo, if they wanted to gamble, to go up tight. Here it is out there. Number 80 is Butler, trying to get a block. A lot of pushing and shoving going on out there, and he's lost his footing, trying to make a block.
First down, Buffalo. Roosevelt Leaks.
Nothing fancy, just straight ahead. They needed less than a yard on that play, and they sent their big fullback straight ahead where the footing, you'd have to worry about the footing. Now here, if they get any movement at all in that offensive line, and you can see the hole, the other back coming through there, half a yard is all that was necessary, and they picked it up.
In the first half, the Bills' offense was a bit more flamboyant than it is here at the starting of the second half. Now they're content to grind it out. They've used up over 3 minutes already.
What the Jets have to do is stop them on first down. This time they're not being conservative.
Pass is complete. They'll mark it at the New York 49-yard line. Mark Bramer, the tight end, caught it. Donald Dykes made the tackle. Second down and 7.
Well, New York Jets, they're famous for what? Sacking the quarterback and putting pressure on the quarterback. Buffalo is famous for what? Protecting. And here it is. This is where the game is played. This is where it's won or lost. In the trenches. You can see Will Grant is looking for somebody to help out on, somebody to block. Finally, he looks at Abdul Salam, and he's going to help out on him. But what Buffalo is doing, they're protecting Joe Flacco.
And you saw Joe Flacco, the Jets, going against Ken Jones, the tackle of the Buffalo Bills. Well, he voted for Ken Jones to bring in the Pro Bowl. In fact, it was the only vote that Ken got, but Joe said he is that good. Flag is down. Leaks with the reception. We'll check out the marker.
I think it's the guy you were just talking about. He tackled Joe Flacco. So they're going to bring it back.
The 11-yard gain will not stand up. Ken Troy is the injured player, the New York Jets.
Holding number 73, offense.
John Borchardt called for holding. Down goes over. It'll be second down and 12. We'll have an injury timeout. So we'll go away for a moment. It's Buffalo 24, the New York Jets 10. 10 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third quarter. It is still raining. We've had a drizzling rain. Ken Troy has come out of the ball game. Kirk Springs has replaced him. It is second down, 17. Just had the wind knocked out of him as a report on Troy. Tipped incomplete. Lance Mel tipped it. And it is incomplete. It will be third and 17.
That ball was thrown well behind the receiver that time. That ball popped up in the air, almost a big play for the New York Jets. Here it is, Ferguson back. The pressure is on him. He gets rid of the football way behind Cribbs.
Johnny Lynn, number 29, trying for the interception. Buffalo has converted 3 of 7 third down opportunities. Third down, 17. Intercepted. Greg Buttle has his second interception of the ball game. He had 2 during the regular season. He has 2 today. That is his second turnover by the Buffalo Bills.
This was another pass that he just, the first one that was intercepted was a great interception, but this one he drills it right at Buttle. The Jets have a chance to score. We'll be back in just a moment.
Greg Buttle with his second interception, this time an 11-yard return. Buffalo 44-yard line. Jets have the ball and the first down. Buffalo leads by 14. Play action. Lots of time. Tight end Ricky Schuler. Schuler just dragging the defender. Lucius Sanford for about 8 yards, and then a pushing and shoving contest ensues. It'll go for a gain of 8.
Play action pass on first down. Richard Todd was looking deep to Wesley Walker. He wasn't there. This is his outlet man, number 82, Mickey Schuler, using the old stiff arm play, dragging Lucius Sanford to the sidelines.
Sounds like steer wrestling at a rodeo, doesn't it? Second down and a yard. They mark it at the 35-yard line, a gain of 9. Kevin Long is the remaining back. Shot on a bootleg. He's going to keep it. Boy, he does not go sliding at the 25. He goes in head first. This is a playoff game.
That's the difference. 10-yard gain. Todd coming on a bootleg play out here. 65 Joe Fields coming to help out. No one is open, so he puts the ball under his arm, and now he gets as much as he possibly can.
The winner today goes to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. The loser, they go home. First down, 25-yard line. Buffalo territory. Freeman McNeil. 5 yards to the 20. It'll be second down and 5. McNeil led the club with 623 yards rushing. A 4.5-yard average as Haslam and White make the tackle.
That time, I think you can notice that he was slipping just as he got the football, and he did well to pick up that 5 yards.
The rookie out of UCLA, the first-round draft choice of the Jets. Kevin Long. He'll be a yard, maybe 2 short of the first down. Ben Williams tripped him up.
I think the rushing game, that this type of condition of the field, Kevin Long, this is the type of runner that he is. He's basically a straight-ahead runner. He's got good balance and good power. He's not a sideways runner. He's a man that I think in a short yardage situation, I think very serious about giving the football to.
Third down and 1. Play action, throw to the end zone.
They need the first down, Charlie. They got 2 downs to pick up the first down. I expect them to put the ball on the ground.
First down, Kevin Long, and he almost broke it to the end zone. Boy, did he come through. 7 yards on the play.
I think they were listening. Straight ahead. He's a good straight ahead runner. He does not fumble the football very often. Straight ahead blocking is coming right at you. Good block by 65 Joe Fields, the center. Look at him grab that ball with both hands because, as you can see, the defensive backs are trying to tear that ball loose.
8-yard line. First down, goal to go. Todd McNeil alone. Let's look at the offense. Quick look. McNeil. Second down, goal to go at about the 4-yard line. Ben Williams tripped him up.
He's slipping off, but he almost breaks it. Here it is, looking right at you. 60 Alexander pulling. Here it is, coming straight at you. Almost comes up. If he hadn't been tripped up there just at the end, he could have jumped into the end zone. But a big gain for the New York Jets.
All right, quarterback, 3-yard line. 3.5 yards about. Who do you go with?
This is the toughest yardage. If you're going to throw the ball with a play pass, now is the time to do it, not on third down.
Second and goal.
He's checking off.
Kevin Long. About a yard away from the end zone. Third down, goal to go.
Chris Ward, Randy Rasmussen, Joe Fields, Dan Alexander, Marvin Powell.
Now there's been a change at right tackle. John Roman has replaced Marvin Dow. Back spasms bothering him again.
1-yard line. I'm sure that Walt Michaels is thinking they've got 2 downs to get it in. You're looking at Freeman McNeil, who was injured 2 plays ago.
You go with Kevin Long, number 33 again.
They got Harper in there. They may want a quick opener.
No, they want a timeout, get everything organized. Little finger pointing. Now is not the time to point the fingers. Now is the time to regroup and not make a mistake. So we'll take a timeout. It is Buffalo 24, the Jets 10, but they threaten. We'll be back in a moment. Freeman McNeil has 14 yards on 8 carries. Jerome Barkham is not in as a tight end, so that means that Mickey Schuler is the starting tight end and Steve Stevens is the backup tight end. They're both in. Stevens goes in motion, stays wide on the setup. Newton goes in motion. It's a fake. And Todd tries to scramble out of it and gets back to the 2-yard line.
He was looking for Mickey Schuler. He didn't want to run with that football. He was hoping to get outside. Schuler was blocking and then going to the outside, hoping to get open, but it was not there.
It is 4th down, goal to go. They lose the yard to the 2.
Here it is here. Todd rolling out. Looking for Schuler, 82. He is not open. Good penetration. by the defensive unit of the Buffalo Bills, forcing Todd to put that ball under his arm and go toward the goal line.
Lots of time remaining. 5:35 in the third. Pat Leahy in with a field goal attempt. This will be from the 9, an attempt of 19 yards. He is hit from 26 yards away. He was short from 52. And it is good. Crowd does not appreciate that, but the score is 24 for Buffalo, 13 for the New York Jets. Now with 5:22 left to go in the third. This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. 5:22 left to go, third quarter. The Jets have now pulled within 11. Do you agree with the field goal attempt?
They had to come away with some points. I said if they were going to throw, the time to do it was on second down to throw that football. They tried to do it on third down, and naturally, Buffalo's thinking that too. They're looking for the pass.
Pat Leahy kicking off either to Curtis Brown or Rob Riddick. Riddick. Stumble at about the 18, was hit at the 20, comes down at the 22-yard line. The last two field goals by the New York Jets, 26 yards and 19 yards by Leahy, were set up by Greg Buttle interception.
Number 44, top of your screen there, Newton, is excellent on the special teams. And he is what you call the ball man. That is, he just goes wherever the football is. Sacrifices his body to try to make the tackle. That time he did.
Buffalo from their own 22-yard line. Ken Troy is back into that defensive set. Joe Ferguson, the quarterback. Almost intercepted. Buttle almost had his third. Leaks the intended receiver.
Roosevelt Leaks slipped and fell down, and that ball hit Buttle right in the stomach, and I'm sure he wasn't expecting it. He's had 2 interceptions already. One was an outstanding interception when he leaped up in the air to make it in the first half. Ferguson going back to throw, and he's looking to throw underneath the linebackers. Steps up, and he's throwing it to Roosevelt Leaks, but you can see right there, Roosevelt slipped to the ground, hit Buttle in the stomach, did not come up with it.
Second and 10. Ferguson has completed 14 of 25. This one is pulled out. Good reception by Cribb. And then out of bounds. Buttle was there, the first man. Darrell Ray, the second.
That's pretty tough to do, catch the ball over your shoulder when you're only 4 yards downfield. It was an outstanding catch by Joe Cribb. And once again, the protection has been very good for Joe Ferguson.
Gain of 7 to the 29. It'll be third down and 3. Ron Jesse comes in. And Roland Hooks comes in with 3 wide receivers.
New York Sack Exchange has done a great job against a lot of teams, but not necessarily Buffalo Bills.
Third and 3. Pass is complete. First down. Joe Cribb. For Cribbs, that is his 4th reception of the ball game. 19 yards on that play. 64 yards receiving in the game.
This time they're throwing in front of the linebackers. Right here, Buttle, man-to-man coverage on Cribbs. He makes a move to the outside, and generally you're thinking, as a quarterback, you want the linebacker to guard a back because you think it's a mismatch. Because you're a man with the speed and the quickness of Joe Cribbs, you'd want him man-to-man on the linebacker anytime. Ferguson's been intercepted when he tried to throw over Buttle, so now he's rise up, he's throwing in front of him.
4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, third quarter. Buffalo out in front, 24-13. First down, Bills on 47-yard line. Cribb hit at the line of scrimmage, still scoots to the 50. He picks up 3 yards. Second down, 7. Abdul Salam with a tackle.
Joe Cribbs is a very valuable player for the Buffalo Bills. Here it is. He's coming up the line. There's nothing there. Now he's running with his head up, just trying to slip and slide, keeps the legs moving, and he picks up 2 yards when really there wasn't anything there. Douglas. He is a story.
He's a book. Ferguson all the time in the world. Now he is sacked. Klecko got it. Listen to this crowd. Joe Klecko, the leading sacker in the NFL with 20.5 during the regular season. Gastineau at 20.
I thought Joe Klecko had a bad foot. Ferguson's looking. He tries to avoid the rush. Marty Lyons coming in there, and you got that big paw on the quarterback by Joe Klecko, and down he goes.
And Mark Gastineau is down. He is the injured player. We have a timeout. It will be 3rd down and 23, a loss of 17.
"66 sacks on the year.
The NFL record, by the way, is 67, set by the Oakland Raiders in 1967. Easy to remember.
Buffalo had 47. They were quite proud of the defensive unit because they did an outstanding job this year.
Jets have 2 sacks in the ball game for a minus 38. Gastineau had the first one, Joe Klecko the second. The winner here today goes to Cincinnati next Sunday. And, of course, next Saturday, the Miami Dolphins will be hosting the San Diego Chargers, all on NBC. Kenny Neal, the rookie from Iowa State, number 77, has replaced Gastineau. 3rd down, 23.
I would be very surprised if Gastineau is not back in the ballgame.
Can be intercepted from the 41-yard line. Donald Dykes. Flag is down. Dykes is down. Flag was brought to the 21-yard line.
That Ferguson had. 93 Marty Lyons coming to the outside, trying to chase him down. And he's just buying time now. He throws a bad pass. He should never throw this ball. He should have thrown it out of bounds. Eventually it goes down. 93 Marty Lyons. That'd be a clipping penalty against the Jets on the run back, Charlie.
Personal foul. Clipping.
You're right.
Number 74 on the run back.
On Abdul Salam.
Touchdown.
Dykes had a 27-yard return on the interception.
Here's the play. Now you're going to see 93 Lions chasing him. He's running around. He's going to throw back against the grain from one side to the other. There's no one there except the defensive backs of the New York Jets.
Line of scrimmage at Buffalo, 36-yard line. Freeman McNeil. The Jets have scored the last 13 points of the game, and the Jets outscored Buffalo 27-7 in the second half. The last time that they met here at Shea Stadium on October the 18th.
2 big turnovers in the second half, or in this quarter, for the New York Jets. Buttle got him in position to score. There's position to score right now.
2nd and 6. 32-yard line. McNeil.
He must have had a cramp when he left the ball game earlier, Charlie, because he's back in the ball game now. It seemed to be all right.
Charles Romes, who has come out of the ball game a couple of times, made the tackle. 27-yard line. 3rd down and 1. Steve Stephen comes in. We'll have a double tight end set as McNeil, Newton, and Long are in.
This is a two-down situation here in this part of the field, Charlie, where they They don't make it this time. They could go for it on fourth.
Now, we had contact prior to the snap. The Bills saying that an offensive lineman of the Jets moved. From tackle to tackle, 3 or 4 point stance, you cannot move once you get set. If you do, it's an automatic call. That's the call. You just raise a hand or any other part of your body, which is...
Well, that hurts the Jets. That hurts the Jets. There's the line of scrimmage.
Ball start, number 61.
Yes, sir.
Third down.
John Roman.
That hurt. Now they are no longer in a situation where they have 3rd and 1 where they could use 2 downs to pick up the first down. They're in a position now where they got to throw the football.
3rd down and 6. 32-yard line. Harper and Durking in the backfield. Gaffney and Walker the wide receivers. Lamb Jones has not played. He's been bothered by a hamstring. Barkham has been out with a hamstring. Dodd throws, has a man, hits him. Wesley Walker. 11 yards, first down.
That was a strike by Richard Todd. He fired that football right on the line. Pass protection is good. Steps, throws. See the ball, it's got good spin on it. The catch and out of bounds. Big play for the Jets.
21-yard line. In the second offensive drive of the ballgame for the Jets, Walker dropped the catchable pass in the end zone that would have tied it up at 7-7 and could have turned it around as far as New York was concerned. Buffalo has led 24-0. 13 unanswered points by the Jets as McNeil battles for his life. Goes to the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 2.
He escaped back there because he was hit twice before he got back to the line of scrimmage. Because Haslett, number 55, had a shot at him. If he'd have tackled him, it would have been about a 3-yard loss.
Ben Williams makes the tackle.
The Jets better hurry up. There's 15 seconds on the 30-second clock, and they're still shifting back players in and out of the ball game. 10 seconds. Durking now leads.
5 seconds on the 30-second clock. 3, 2, with a snap. Intercepted, thrown right to the linebacker, or the safety, Bill Simpson.
What happens when there was confusion? They had players running in and out. He had to hurry to worry about the 30-second clock. They weren't organized and threw the ball right in the stomach of the defensive man.
That is the 4th turnover by the Jets. We'll be back in a moment.
Staying close to kids and sports means the world to this form.
17 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Bill Simpson's interception. He had 4 during the regular season, and Buffalo has the football on their own 19-yard line, and defensively, Mark Gastineau is back in the ball game for the Jets. Roosevelt leads. Gastineau was there, and Greg Buttle was there.
Is Gastineau ever back in the ball game? I said I would be very surprised if we didn't see him back in the ball game soon. The quickness and strength of him is really devastating.
Makes the Pro Bowl this year, a number 2 draft choice in '79. 6'5", 276 pounds from East Central Oklahoma. That's in Ada, Oklahoma. Into the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after these messages from your local station. 24-13. Buffalo leading by 11. They have led throughout the game. Their last touchdown to put them up 24-0 came at the 5:02 mark of the 2nd quarter. But since then, the Jets have put up 13 unanswered points. Joe Krill. He'll pick up the first down as Jerry Holmes rides him down along the far sideline.
One of the best runs of the afternoon for the Buffalo Bills. Not only pick up good yardage, but they picked up the first down.
Mark it at the Buffalo 30-yard line.
Buffalo would love to get some sort of running game going.
The Jet defense has allowed an average of just over 3 points in the 4th quarter. That is lowest in the NFL.
Well, they're going to be tested now by this Buffalo Bill offensive unit.
Frank Lewis comes wide to the near side. Lewis with 2 touchdown receptions in the ball game. Joe Cribbs. Cribbs will pick up close to 9 yards on the first down.
Now they're getting in the I formation, giving the ball to Joe Cribbs, and he has anywhere that he wants to go, wherever he can see a hole. They're splitting out the receivers wide to stretch out that defense. Blinka, 54. He's being blocked, good block by the center. Will Grant, number 53. Provided that opening there, picked up almost a first down. They've got less than a yard to go for a first down on second.
And remember, Joe Cribbs had 1,700 total offensive yards, rushing and receiving during the regular season. And he'll have the first down, 41-yard line. Mark Gastineau made the tackle.
They're going to the side of number 99, Gastineau, that young man there. And he is 270 pounds, and he's an advocate of lifting weights, which means that he is strong. Let's see if he really is. Is he? Yes, he is. Taking Bramer, throwing him around. He still gets a hand on Joe Cribbs, helping in the tackle. But it's a first down for Buffalo.
And Bramer, 6'3", 235. Buffalo lead, 24-13. 12:43 and counting. The winner here will play the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati next Sunday. Frank Lewis has it out of bounds. 42-yard line, maybe the 41-yard line of the Jets. Ken Troy decked him. Lewis is having an unbelievable afternoon as he picks up 18 yards on that play.
The timing between that man, Frank Lewis, and Joe Ferguson was excellent because he threw the ball well before he made his final break. He's throwing to an area which indicates that these two work together very well. See, it's between two defensive men. Ken Troy eventually coming up to make the hit, knocking him out of bounds. But they do have a first down.
41-yard line of New York. Cribbs. Salam and Lyons with the tackle. 38-yard line. Pick up of 3, second down 7.
Been hard yards, 10 rushes for 38 yards. That's 3.8 yards per try for Joe Cribbs. And bear in mind, in the first half, Buffalo had a total of 11 yards rushing.
4 of their 6 plays of this drive have been on the ground. He overthrows Roosevelt Leaks. Greg Buttle had excellent position on him.
Going to that left side of the New York Jet defense, or to Buffalo's right side. They're doing two things. They're working on the left cornerback and the linebacker, hoping to get a man behind Buttle. If Buttle is getting depth, then they throw in front of him. If he's up tight, then they throw behind him.
Donald Dykes is at left cornerback. Bobby Jackson was in for a while, but that arm is bothering him again. He had a broken arm in the New England game. Flecko comes limping out of the ball game. Ferguson has completed 17 of 30. Kenny Neal replaces him. 3rd and 7. Jerry Holmes. That is the 4th turnover by the Buffalo Bills, so the turnovers are even, 4 on each side.
He was looking for Butler on that side, but he was just throwing the ball to a spot. But unfortunately for the Bills, that spot was occupied by Jerry Holmes. They've got another big turnover. We'll be back in a minute.
Jerry Holmes with the interception. There have been 7 interceptions in the ball game. Todd intercepted 3 times. Ferguson has been intercepted 4. Play action. Todd goes deep. Tipped it completed. Man, Wesley Walker could not pull it down. And there was almost a back-to-back interception.
Walker had a spot down there in the seam. He was open. The ball was just thrown too high. Number 85, Wesley Walker. Great speed when you have the speed of...
So the turnovers are even, 4 on each side.
He was looking for Butler on that side, but he was just throwing the ball to a spot. But unfortunately for the Bills, that spot was occupied by Jerry Holmes. They've got another big turnover. We'll be back in a minute.
Jerry Holmes with the interception. There have been 7 interceptions in the ball game. Todd intercepted 3 times. Ferguson has been intercepted 4. Play action. Todd goes deep. Pitch is completed. Man, Wesley Walker could not pull it down. And it was almost a back-to-back interception.
Walker had a spot down there in the seam. He was open. The ball was just thrown too high. Number 85, Wesley Walker. Great speed. When you have the speed of this man, defensive backs have a tendency to give you a little room. He's open, but the ball is thrown too high. He couldn't come up with the football. Here's the center fielder back there, Simpson, number 45. He's just playing a quarterback. Now he sees the ball thrown. He's coming up. He's looking at Wesley Walker. Had he been looking at the football, he might have gone for it and come up with the interception.
The draw. McNeil. 30-yard line.
He almost broke it. Number 76, Fred Spearless, got a hold of him. If he got by Spearless, he'd have had a first down.
3rd down and 3, a gain of 7. Bruce Harper comes in. Scott Durkin comes in. Mickey Schuler, the tight end on the near side. Slot right. Going underneath the covers to the tight end, Mickey Schuler. Todd went down. He caught it. And a flag was dropped back at the 21-yard line. Holding against the Jets. You'll nullify a first down. Freeman and Simpson made the tackle.
Pitcher Todd going back in the pocket, and he's going to feel some pressure. Not only going to feel it, he's going to feel it right now as he goes down at the hands of Williams, number 77.
Holding, number 61, offense, 3rd down.
Holding on John Roman, the right tackle, who has replaced Marvin Powell, who's out with back spasm.
Who was supposed to be blocking Williams, who made the tackle on Richard Todd. So if you're going to hold, do a better job than that.
3rd down, 13.
3rd, 13.
Three wide receivers in the ball game for the New York Jets.
Todd has all the time in the world, and he overthrows Bobby Jones. He adds the pressure for the backside. Step forward. He had plenty of time, and he really missed it.
He got a little nervous back there. He saw all that pressure coming. He stepped up, and he didn't want to afford to take a chance on an interception. 89 is Bobby Jones. As you can see, he's having trouble with the turf out there. Slips on the turf. He's coming down. See how slow it is for him to make the cuts, make the moves? He's waving at his quarterback, saying that he is open. Todd overthrew it. I'm sure that on that play, Richard just didn't want to take a chance on an interception.
Chuck Ramsey to kick that shoe we noticed earlier. That's Ramsey's. He kicks it off and then kicks it his stocking feet. Taken at the 49-yard line by Lou Pacone. And the Bills have excellent field position as Dan Blinka makes the tackle. A kick of only 28 yards. Buffalo is the football. They have the lead. We have 10:28 left. We'll be back. Number 82 for the Buffalo Bills is wide receiver Frank Lewis. 2 touchdown receptions in the ballgame, 1 of 50 yards. If the Bills want to put it away here, they can go deep immediately. So Cribbs goes deep down the sideline. He can bust it all the way. Cribbs, unbelievable 45 yards. Was a flag drop? Let's check. Touchdown has been the signal.
Touchdown. Personal foul against the defense.
personal foul against the defense. The touchdown, of course, will stand. Here's another look. 45 yards.
Outstanding run by Joe Cribbs. Roosevelt Leaks coming out in front, making a good block. Now it's down the sidelines, and the foot race is going to be won by number 20, Joe Cribbs, and what they're calling the Jets for is right there. Darrell Ray pushing him in the end zone. He was by the end zone mark. Flag is dropped, and they'll assess that after the extra point attempt.
After? Your sore throat's doing pretty good, though. That makes it a 30-13 ball game. Here's the extra point. It is good. 31-13, a 45-yard drive in one play, and it took Joe Cribbs 12 seconds to maneuver for the touchdown. 45 yards in one play, Joe Cribbs, and that could be it. Buffalo 31, the Jets 13, and the fans start heading for the parking lot. The kickoff, as Lynn noted, the penalty on the scoring play will be assessed on the kickoff. And that tells the story from the side of the New York Jets.
Was it 93 Marty Lyons?
Yes. So Mickemeyer kicking off from the 50. Bruce Harper and Kurt Stone are the deep backs on the return, but he should kick it through the end zone. And he does. Now let's go back to that touchdown by Joe Cribbs.
High formation. Leaks gets out in front, makes a good block. 82 Lewis is down there. He's getting a good block. Now it's a foot race right now as he jumps outside. And this man has got great speed. On the sidelines, no one is going to catch him. Although Darrell Ray does give him a little shove after he gets into the end zone. Right there, it's unnecessary, really unnecessary.
Richard Todd has completed 13 of 28 for 163 yards. He's been intercepted 3 times. He's thrown for a touchdown. This pass is complete. Tom Newton on the receiving end. Today's telecast presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or the use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New York Jets and the National Football League is prohibited. First down, 32-yard line. Five on the pattern. Dodd goes deep. It's dropped. Wesley Walker drops it. Second time that he has dropped a scoring pass.
That was an excellent throw by Richard Todd. It hit him right in the chest. That is the second time, as you mentioned. Now, if ever they wanted to get back in the ball game, he had to hold on to this one and get the 6 points. It's just a foot race. You see Mario Clark is trying to keep up with him, but with the speed of Wesley Walker, he is there. Whammo. You cannot ask for a better throw than that. I think it goes back early. The first play of the game, a turnover, a touchdown. Wesley dropped one in the first quarter that would have made it 7-7.
He's come out for a breather. Bobby Jones has replaced him, 2nd and 10. And Richard Todd is sacked at the 30-yard line.
Richard Todd is tackled by Sherman White.
Sherman White got him. And I believe that is the first sack of the ball game for the Buffalo Bills. Second. I was corrected.
2 sacks for the Buffalo Bills, and they're in excellent shape right now because they know that all that Richard Todd can do is throw the football. They can just tee off. They just have somebody on that line to play for the draws and the screen. Let the rest of the guys tee off on top.
Mickey Schuler, tight end. He has the first down at the 47-yard line. Gain of 16. Rod Cush and Steve Freeman bring him down at that point. A lot of time remaining, 8:36 and counting.
You know, Richard Todd's showing me something. You know, even though they're way behind. He's hurt. He's had his ribs broken. He's got a bad ankle. He was hurt early in the ball game, but he's really staying in there. He's had an outstanding year. And I believe it's
19 and counting down. A little too much to overcome.
5 on the pattern. Going underneath the coverage to Scott Durkin. And by underneath the coverage, of course, the secondary and the linebackers, everybody dropping back immediately. And he's throwing in front of them. And the Jets now in a hurry-up offense. 2-minute offense with 8 minutes to go.
Good move. Good move by the Jets. You know, you've got to get up there and get the plays off. You're down 31-13. Get up there and get the plays called. Get as many plays in as you possibly can.
2nd and 4. Lots of time. Throws underneath the coverage again. Durkin, first down. 38-yard line of Buffalo. The clock moving.
Same thing happening. Get up to the line of scrimmage. There's no secret what you're going to do. You're going to throw the football.
Joe Klecko, he'll be in the Pro Bowl. Leading sack in the NFL this year with 20 and a half. Dodd throws. He's on target. Bobby Jones. Jones out of bounds. Stopping the clock. 7:20.
I'm sure a lot of people are saying, hey, this looks pretty good. Why didn't they start this in the first quarter? But what Buffalo is doing back there is let them take little chunks at a time. They've got a 31-13 lead. They do not want to give them a quick score. If the Jets are going to score, they want them to earn it and take up some time of that clock. And it's 7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in this football game. 3 timeouts left for Buffalo, 2 for the New York Jets.
And they're throwing at number 29, Mario Clark, far side. This time looking to the opposite side. Flag is down into the end zone is Bobby Jones, but there was a marker on the play. 7:14 on the clock. Flag was dropped to the 12-yard line. Pass interference refused. Touchdown Jets. So it's now a 31-19 ball game.
Bottom of your screen. Taking a look, Jones comes to the inside. The defensive back lets him get too close to him, and he tries to push him. You're not allowed to do that. Wide open, a good throw by Todd, and it's a touchdown for the New York Jets. Bobby Jones, number 89, has come up with several big plays this year. As you see right there that Holmes is trying to push him downfield. You cannot do that.
Extra point is good. So the Jets pull within 11 points of the Buffalo Bills. 7:14 left. Possibility of an onside kick upcoming. We'll be back in a moment. 80-yard drive in 8 plays, taking the New York Jets just over 3 minutes. The touchdown pass to Bobby Jones. Now, do you go with the onside kick with 7:14 left?
Well, I would, and so I believe Buffalo figures that that's going to happen because they have 5 men up there. They're looking for the onside kick.
No, they squib kick it down the field. Picked up at the 13-yard line by Rob Riddick. And he is swamped to the 23. So give him 10 yards on the return.
Bobby Jones came up with a touchdown. Here it is. Richard Todd lofting it up there. Nice throw. Enabling it had good trajectory, giving that receiver an opportunity to follow it all the way, and it just nestles down his head. And did your player on field.
Al Washington, the rookie from Ohio State, taken in the 4th round of the draft. Buffalo, 3 timeouts remaining. The Jets have 2.
I look for Buffalo now to keep that ball on the ground. 11-point lead with 7 minutes to go, or 7 minutes and 3 seconds to go in this football game.
Now, something that we didn't see was kind of out of the corner of our eye, but Darrell Ray, if you will recall, when Cripps scored from 45 yards out, hit him at the back end of the end zone, and you said uncalled for. Ray went over and apologized to him. I'd like to see that.
Well, he should, because, you know,
Boy, you're
here's
tough.
a man who's made a great play. You got, you know, you don't do something unnecessary like that.
He just said he apologized to him.
Hey, threw him into the wall down there.
All right, here comes Buffalo just outside their own 23-yard line. 7:03. Time remaining. Buffalo on top by 11. Here's Crib. He's in trouble. Defense has it. A loss of 3. 2nd and 13. Kenny Neal replacing Joe Klecko. A defensive right end was there.
High formation for Buffalo. They're going to give the ball to Joe Cribbs, hoping to find a seam and eat up some of that clock. He lost a couple of yards on the play. You see Joe Klecko, who has been in a great deal of pain all year long. And this week, you know, he has to really be hurting to be standing on the side.
I'll tell you how much pain he's been in. Half of the season, that foot has been so bad that on Sunday afternoon, after the game, they put it in a cast. Do not take the cast off until Wednesday afternoon. He practices on Thursday and Friday and plays on Sunday. Flag is down.
Briggs on the pitch out. That's Troy in on the tackle. Flag on the play.
Ryan Gumbel joining us in the booth. He'll be hosting the post-game show from right here in our booth, so we'll get out in a hurry. So against Buffalo. And we said it from Atlanta last week, and I don't know if you heard it, but congratulations on hosting the Today Show. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Really believe that. I have a couple of things, ideas for you that I'll talk to you about later.
Will Grant, the offensive center for the Buffalo Bills. What that does for the Jets, Charlie, it stops the clock, something that Buffalo did not want to happen.
Third down and 12, 21-yard line. Big play for the Buffalo Bills, leading by 11. If the Jets stop them here, they could come up with excellent field position on a punt return. Incomplete. Lots of time underthrowing Joe Cribbs as Greg Buttle had the coverage on him.
Joe Klecko was out of the ball game. Now the main rusher is 99. Gastineau. Good job by Joe Devlin there. Rolling out, Cribbs throws the ball, and Cribbs wasn't even looking. Cribbs was starting to go upfield. But all Ferguson was doing is saving some yardage. He didn't want to get tackled back there.
Greg Cater will be kicking. Bruce Harper is set for the return. Now, you may recall that Harper took the opening kickoff, fumbled it at the 26-yard line. Rome picked it up and went in to score. Buffalo out in front 7-0. They've never been headed. Pressure by the Jets. They'll have a 10-man front. And here they come. He gets it off. It's a good one. Harper at the 36-yard line with no blockers. The pressure was on the kicker. And he is decked out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. A kick of 43 yards. 6 yards on the return.
That was an excellent punt under the pressure that Prater was under because they had 10 men going after that punt hoping to block it.
5:43, time remaining.
There he is. If ever he needed a punt, that was the time to do it. Number 7. Greg Cater.
Oh, there we are. All bundled up. It has been a cold and wet Sunday afternoon.
I like your hat.
You like that?
Well played.
Same hat I had on last week. You liked it last week. Todd is sacked. Fumble.
Jets have it.
Third sack of the ball game for the Buffalo Bills. Joe Fields recovered the fumble at the 34.
Been a tough day for number 14, Richard Todd. He's looking the other way. Does not see Smearless come in and nail him and throw him to the turf.
2nd and 18. 5:15 and counting. Time remaining in the game. Into coverage. Flag is down. Interception. But there was a marker on the play. It is against the Buffalo Bills. The Jets will have a first down. If it's pass interference, it'll be at the spot of the foul. If it's holding, it will be a 5-yard penalty. Still be a first down. And Chuck Knox, the head coach of Buffalo, does not agree.
Number 29.
Pass interference.
First down.
23-yard penalty.
Here it is, the ball coming. Mario Clark coming up with the interception. But it was called prior to that. Number 81, Derek Gaffney was the intended receiver.
Buffalo 46-yard line, first down. 5:08, time remaining. Buffalo leading by 11. 31-20. Over the middle, tight end Mickey Schuler, who has made exceptional catches, goes to the 28-yard line.
And they're in there. Hurry up. 2-minute offense. They're getting up to the line of scrimmage and get the play off as quickly as possible. 4:54 remaining in this football game. They're not out of it yet.
15 yards on the play. 5 on the pattern. Dodge over the middle. Schuler again. 13-yard line. Mickey Schuler, the backup tight end to Jerome Barkham, did not have a reception during the regular season.
He's going to get their attention now because he's got some big passes today. Todd is looking at the outside. They're double covering the wide receiver, so he's going to his tight end.
Far side, Jackson out of bounds. 6-yard line. Stopping the clock, 4:18. Time remaining.
4:18. That's a lot of time remaining. They get into the end zone. They don't have to actually onside kick if they get the touchdown.
The Jets have 2 timeouts left. Buffalo has 3.
They take 4 shots at it here, throwing the football. He's checking off.
5 seconds of the 30-second clock.
Blitz is on.
4th sack for the Buffalo Bills. Rufus Best with a blitz from the secondary because they'll carry 7 men in that secondary.
Todd's blind side. He's looking to his right. He has no idea the man is coming. He's signaling to his receiver to make a move downfield. Best is in there and makes the sack. Big play for the Buffalo Bills.
3rd down, 12.
Somebody blew in a signer on that one.
More pressure. Todd scrambles up the middle. Now he throws wobbly pass. It is caught. Jones, Bobby Jones. It'll be 1st down goal. The goal clock is stopped. 3:48. 14 yards on the play.
I said it's not over yet. 3:48 remaining. Todd doing an outstanding job of scrambling. Gets the ball to Bobby Jones. Gets the 1st down. He gets out of bounds. He's so close to a touchdown. That's less than we're looking at where the ball is. 6 inches or so for a touchdown.
Kevin Long and Scott Durkin, the running back. That'll be Newton, the blocking back in that right wing. Kevin Long, he has to get the ball across the plate. He does.
Touchdown because of the clock. 3:44 remaining.
It is good. 31-27. The margin is 4 points. A 58-yard drive in 8 plays.
Here's a touchdown. Straight ahead, Kevin Long. He's hit before he gets there. 77, Williams hits it. The leg drive right there. Riley's moving right now. Gets him into the end zone for the touchdown. Up on top of the left of the screen, you can see that Newton is trying to provide a block, but he's 4 yards deep in the end zone.
Rufus Best shaken up on the play. He's being administered to on the field and about the left 9-yard line. 3:44, time remaining. Buffalo has led throughout the game. They were out in front 24-0. Now do you onside kick?
No.
Okay.
3:44 remaining, 2 timeouts left. You've got time to kick it down there and say to your defense, you got to give us 3 and out.
All right, does Buffalo open up their offense? They've been conservative in the second half.
Depends on where they bring the ball back. You know, if they bring it, they don't get it back past the 20-yard lines, they may give it to Joe Cribb. My eyes deceiving me.
That's the stadium shaking. We mentioned earlier that they headed for the parking lot. Are you ready for this? The parking lot is now coming back into the stadium. Now, his elevator doesn't go all the way to the top, I'll tell you that. The Bills look for the onside kick. 9 men are up close. Curtis Brown is the D-back, and he's all alone. Number 41 is Phil Villapiano.
That was an onside kick. What he was trying to do was drill it as hard and as low as he possibly could, hoping that it ricocheted off of one of the Buffalo Bills and they could recover.
Buffalo at their own 39-yard line. 3:37 left.
Here is the big play. First and 10 is the big play. The Jets defensively must stop it. And for Buffalo, pick up 4 or 5 yards, it would be an excellent play.
Cribb smothered at the 40. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. Marty Lyons got it. Dan Blinken was also there. Kenny Neal had a piece of the action.
.316, 15 counting down. I look for Buffalo to put the ball on the ground once again. The Jets have got to stop it. Then they can call a timeout.
The margin is 4 points. Buffalo leads. Incomplete. Mark Bramer, the tight end, the intended receiver. And it was Donald Dykes who hit him just after he touched the football. 3rd and 9.
2:52, the pass stops the clock. That's a break for the New York Jets.
And here is the play of the game.
Well, he's going to put the ball up in the air once again. He's got to go for the first down now.
Ferguson's completed 17 of 33, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns. He has been intercepted 4 times. 3 wide receivers. Frank Lewis, 82. Ron Jesse, 81. Jerry Butler, 80. He overthrows Joe Cribb.
Saying when Cribb scored on a 45-yard touchdown that it might be all over. It is not over. 2:47 remaining, 2 timeouts still left for the New York Jets, and the 2-minute warning will be coming up.
Cater's last kick, 43 yards. This time the Jets have a return on.
Good kick.
Good hang time. Almost 5 seconds hang time. Harper on the return. 20-yard line. The Jets 80 yards away. They have to score a touchdown. Hazard tripped him up. A punt of 50 yards for Cater. 5-0 under that kind of pressure.
The other time was 47 yards under pressure with 10 men coming after him. 10 men once again, and he got it off 50 yards.
2:36. Time remaining. Buffalo used up only 50 seconds on the clock.
Richard Todd, 298 yards. Passing, 1 touchdown.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
No, 1. I'm sorry. Bobby Jones set it up.
Look at this.
Mickey Schuler, 40. Schuler to the 49-yard line. Bill Simpson made the tackle. Listen to the crowd. Overthrowing Schuler into double coverage.
He did take a chance there, Charlie. Here's the one that was caught. 82, Mickey Schuler catches the ball. Good pass. An excellent grab by Mickey Schuler. Maintains his balance. Picks up 29 yards on this reception. And caught a pass coming into the ball game, and he's having a day for himself today. 7 receptions. 1 was good for a touchdown.
2 minutes and 4 seconds left.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. They got to have a touchdown, though. They're down by 4 points.
He's there. He's got it. Bobby Jones. Out of bounds. The clock stops anyway. 1:59. The 2-minute warning will now be given to both pitchers. A pickup of 13 yards on a play and a first down. 1:59 left. Here's the score. Take it away. A quick thanks to our support crew in the booth: Mike Albert, John Gallagher, Steve Dance, Ron Zipkowski, and Breathe Deep.
Mark
And
Gastineau.
say a prayer.
I guess this is what this game is all about, excitement. He's hoping.
Mickey Schuler, the tight end, number 82, 7 receptions, 122 yards, and a 30-yard touchdown. Sack. That is the 5th sack for the Buffalo Bills. Fred Smerlis got this one.
I said early in the ball game they had to control that man. That time they did not.
Loss of 10. Second and 20. Pressure again. Scott Durking, incomplete. Now suddenly it is 3rd down and 20. And the line of scrimmage is the Buffalo between the 48 and the 49-yard line. Minute 43. Gastineau's checking the clock. Two downs to pick up 20 yards. Gaffney. He's got the first down, 22-yard line.
Number 81, Derek Gaffney. An excellent throw by Richard Todd, and he was in a lot of trouble back there because the heat was on. That defensive line of Buffalo knows he has to throw the football. They're going after him.
A gain of 26. Gaffney 4 for 64. Looping it, going out of bounds. Jeff Nixon had the only shot at the reception, and that would have been an interception.
1:04. Time remaining. They have to have a touchdown.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line of Buffalo.
Take a look at Walt Michaels and Chuck Knox there.
Two of the best. Two of the best. They have really done outstanding jobs.
Both coached under Lee Eubank, the member of the Jet coaching staff.
Bobby Jones is in as a wide receiver. Joe Fields, the center, asked for a change of football. We've had a drizzling rain throughout the day.
Well, both quarterbacks have done a good job, I think, of handling the football. Todd has done an excellent job in the second half.
Flag is down. That'll stop the clock.
Who has the ball? The ball, Todd never got his hands on it.
Illegal snap on the offense.
Even with a dry football, they had an illegal snap.
Here it is. Todd is moving away. And I see
the Fields. That is the...
Somebody had a mix-up.
You know, they used to have that play where they would hand it back to him, but I don't think they let him do that anymore since you took away the leather helmet.
I wouldn't know about that.
I know you would.
That was during your time.
I can remember it. Oh, yeah, yeah. The center was never thrilled when you called it either.
Illegal snap, number 65, offense. Second down.
Second and 15.
They don't have to go on a quick count now.
1 minute remaining in the season for either Buffalo or New York. Incomplete. Bruce Harper could not pull it down. He is 5'8", and the pass was at about 5'10".
85, Wesley Walker coming down and just doing a little turn in or a stop pattern. Harper was the one that was intended for, and Walker was trying to come back and get a hold of it. They're faced now with a 3rd and 15 situation. 55 seconds remaining in this football game.
Walker 3 receptions, 24 yards today. And 2 drop passes that could well figure in the outside. Blitz coming. Dodd has pressure. Flag is down. Going for the interception was Steve Freeman. There was a marker thrown on the play. Holding against Buffalo.
Automatic first down. 47 seconds remaining. Wesley Walker grabbing onto it right there. Look at his shoulder pads exposed. He had to have a hand on him.
He was stripping it. Costly penalty for Buffalo.
They've had a couple of them. You can see right here the interception.
Holding, number 29, defense, automatic first down.
That's a second, I think, on Mario Clark.
22-yard line.
Right there.
And right there.
Does he have his hand up?
First down. 47 seconds left. Scott Durkee. Jets have 2 timeouts remaining. Buffalo 3. Yard line, 2nd and 6. End zone, incomplete. That'll stop the clock. 24 seconds. Mickey Schuler, intended receiver. Steve Freeman and Rufus Bess at the coverage.
The crowd wanted another yellow flag to fall. They thought something happened to number 82, Schuler. Close together? No. No penalty. 24 seconds remaining. 3rd down.
6 yards to go for a first down.
They have to have a touchdown.
Margin 4 points. Dodd has thrown for 370 yards. He needs 18 more for the Jets to win. It is complete. Durkee. They'll call the timeout now. 11-yard line. 14 seconds. Time remaining. Simpson and Cush with the tackle. First down.
Todd is having a fantastic day. Pressure is on him, and he gets the ball to Scott Durkee, who makes a good reception, lunges forward for the first down. 14 seconds remaining in this football game. The ball is on the 11-yard line. In 14 seconds, I know that you can get 3 passes off. You can probably to get 4 passes off in 14 seconds.
That's what Joe Walton, offensive coordinator, was telling Todd and Bobby Jones. Now, let me say it right now. Regardless of what happens in the next 14 seconds, this is the way a playoff game should be. Both teams can walk out with their heads high.
Okay. They won't.
I know.
That shows you something about the character of the Jets, I think. They were down 31-13, and they've come back, whether they get it into the end zone or not. You're right. They've done an outstanding job coming back. And Richard Todd has shown me a great deal this afternoon, that he's definitely matured as a quarterback. He's maintained his composure out there.
And don't discount the Buffalo Bills. They played a tremendous ball game. Plays early, and they hold on to that lead. And speaking of holding on, the Jets have had the ball for the last 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Incomplete. Underthrowing Mickey Schuler.
Good thing he did, because it was excellent coverage out there. Looking at all the receivers that were downfield for the Jets, they were all well covered by the Buffalo Bills.
10 seconds remaining. Now, they can throw 3 more times. Do you throw into the end zone each time?
Taking a look at the coverage, he is covered well. Number 82, Mickey Schuler.
28, Rufus Best. That's like throwing into a convention, isn't it? No. Back to the question. Do you throw into the end zone?
Yes.
Richard Todd has thrown 49 passes already.
He needs one more.
Second down. Intercepted. Buffalo has the ball. Bill Simpson with his second interception, and that will wrap it up for the Buffalo Bills. Bill Simpson, the free safety out of Michigan State, has the interception. He has the football. 2 seconds remaining on the clock, and that will wrap up a wild card game.
Could have gone either way. If they got lucky there at the end, the Jets very easily could have won the ball game. Simpson was in the right place at the right time. Taking a look at this is from the end zone. Richard Todd looking, trying to find a receiver to throw to. Simpson coming up with the interception.
5th turnover for the Jets. 4 turnovers for the Buffalo Bills.
He was looking for number 81, Derek Gaffney, on the play.
So Buffalo will be traveling to Cincinnati next Sunday. You'll see that game on NBC. Dickenberg and Merlin Olsen will be there. And next Saturday at Miami in the Orange Bowl, Don Criqui and John Brody will be bringing you the San Diego-Miami Dolphin game. And that is it. The gun sound, that makes it official. The Buffalo Bills win the wild card game. They move on to play Cincinnati, and that wraps up one of the most exciting seasons that the Jets have had in 12 to 13 years.
Well, as you said, both teams could hold their head up regardless of the outcome of this football game. And I think, as I said before, Richard Todd really showed me something as far as maturing as an outstanding quarterback is concerned. He had a great year this year, and they were down. It looked like that they were completely out of it, but they came back. They were within striking distance. They were within 1 pass completion of winning this football game. For the Buffalo Bills, they've had an up-and-down season, but if they get hot now, they could go all the way.
Now stay tuned for the NFL Report.
Just moments away now, the Eagles and the Giants. Irv Cross has been down in the end zone watching the 2 teams